Hello!
Hi!
Back! We are back.
Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hey.
How are we all tonight? We are back playing Dungeons and Dragons. We are
Dragoons.
playing the Trials of the Xel'nari. Yes. The party has successfully captured Thimbulfingers, the rogue bard who has been out distributing his cursed instruments around the world and causing all kinds of chaos and mischief. However, some of his accomplices did manage to escape. So, where will things go from there? We are unsure. They have managed to capture him alive, for the moment at least. And
Don't
they've also
tempt us. Sorry.
met up with a not so old friend who has come to join them. After all, he was paid to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And we will continue our story with Thimbulfingers tied up inside the church.
Have we taken our long rest yet, Ash, or is it still at night? Like we haven't gone.
It's just before your long rest, because yes, you have just managed to tie him up, put him into the church, and you were deciding what to do.
There is a question for you, Ash, in the chat. Roxas Kamiya live. Oh,
What?
Well, there were no harps so far. We had a...
There was
No,
a
no,
harp.
no.
It's been
There was.
obliterated.
It was the
Ah,
first
okay.
instrument was a harp, and we mutilated it.
Yeah, they crushed it into a fine powder.
I was gonna say mutilated was a term to use.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So, when you want talk bard, other bard,
Talia is with him now, in the chapel. He's been gagged and is badly injured. It might be best to give him time to regain consciousness of his own volition.
if you want talk, bring Mug. Mug tell if lying.
Right. Though it would also be quite useful to know whether or not he is aware of why his accomplices have fled to where they have.
Oh yeah.
Let's go and...
They could probably be on their way to another town to curse them. We should probably find that out.
They say something about final part of mission.
Maybe they're
Final
going
part
to summon
mean
a
only
big
one
demon.
left. Yes, but final mean one.
No.
So they only have one more. So not two more, one more.
Oh. Yeah,
So
you're
not-
correct
not
there.
stop.
I guess, Mug, your logic is strange. It works, but it's strange.
Some say better.
Some say strange.
Mm.
I'm a cat.
But remember,
I don't really
Blue?
have thumbs, but still.
Blue, you can't blame Mug. You signed paper.
Correct. Let's go and talk to him now, at least. If we ensure that he's sufficiently secured, perhaps some healing magic might rouse him a touch earlier. Sam, you stay here and keep the commoners amused.
Sam said,
He can get the horse and the wagon sorted out. Because we now got wheels.
Yeah, we do. Okay. So we go to the church and meet up with the light.
The priestess escorts you downstairs to one of the living chambers that normally the clerics and priests would live within, where Thalai has been keeping an eye on Thimbulfingers, tied up upon the bed.
Oh my.
Not in that manner, you dirty-minded thing.
Sorry, that slipped out. It was an accident. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Long jail.
Sorry.
Yep. Did you bring me my dinner?
Yes.
Pot.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
It
Good
has
sister.
soup and stew and bread all one.
It was a very interesting texture, but it was hearty. Is he still unconscious?
And I don't think we should be waking him.
Are you sure? It might be worth knowing where his accomplices are going.
Perhaps, but at the same time, he is a bard. Bards are able to cast quite a lot of magic, even with just their words.
Ah, but one thing about magic. You need 3 things. Hand, mouth, eyes. You need see, target. You need speak word. You need move hand.
Oh.
So as long
you're
as not
saying
have
we
all 3, can't cast. Yes.
blindfold him.
Or cut off hands, but blindfold better.
Thank you.
Oh,
Ash.
no. We don't do that.
Yes.
Mug.
When we obviously went through Xel'nari and training and that, was there, I guess, basic understanding of magic for dummies kind of course?
I feel like there would
Yes,
be. Yeah.
there definitely was.
Because
Yes, you would understand
it'd
that
be like
some
defense
spells
against the dark
only...
arts. You know?
Some spells only require verbal components, in which case there is no physical incantation. However, Mug is right in saying that most spells, at least, do require you to at least have vision of your target anyways.
Okay.
And you would be aware that some very gifted few are capable of using spells without any verbal components as well.
Indeed. And I'm one of them.
But looking at him and what he was able to craft, I feel like he is probably one of the gifted individuals that might not need sight for some of the spells he would have in his arsenal.
Well, I'm familiar with a simple personal displacement spell that you have seen me do many times. It only requires me to speak, but I do have to see where I'm going.
But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's probably the safer option just to keep him unconscious until we get to the Xel'nari castle. Considering what directions we've taken and the fact now we have a cart with wheels, we're only how many days away, Ash?
By cart, you'd probably be 3 to 4 days, depending on which roads you take.
Yeah, but
Wow.
maybe 4 days if we take it slow, depending on what road. He can easily survive without any food, and we can always just trickle water down his throat to make sure he has liquid water to survive that.
Mug, you gagged him. It sounds like it would also be prudent to blindfold him securely before he wakes, and keep him that way.
Look, in the end, you guys make your call, but my vote is to leave him unconscious and let the Xel'nari handle any interrogation.
No,
We're not exactly, interrogation experts.
Is there still food left in Thalai's bowl?
I probably did get distracted from eating all of it, so yes, there
Well,
would be.
Also, Mug got a big pot for everyone, so there's like 4 shares of food in a
Yes,
big
but
pot.
someone else's food is always more interesting. She's gonna just.
She'll get to those later.
I was gonna say, can I try and notice her stealing my food? Because obviously it's not like it's behind my back. I'm just holding it.
Alice, can you make me a
Sleight of
stealth
hand.
check versus Thalai's sleight of hand, yes,
Okay.
versus Thalai's passive perception?
All right, you need to beat a 14, Alice.
Ooh.
It's a. Oh, you can't see it with the glare. Hang on.
I was gonna say that looks like a 16. Yes, it is.
A +2.
Okay, I don't notice shit then.
You just absentmindedly just reach it down into your bowl with a fork or spoon, grabbing out some, and there's just less and less every time.
Because he's eating it, clearly.
You just think you ate very quickly and it wasn't quite filling.
Well, Bad Bard will be conscious during travel, so at some stage need to talk. Want talk now or later?
Well, not necessarily. We could keep him unconscious.
You want punch in face every morning?
I don't see why not.
I
It's
can
not like
do
he
that,
doesn't
but I have a
deserve
feeling
it.
that's not going to be very healthy.
It doesn't have to be. As long-
If that's how Xel'nari go, then that's how Xel'nari go.
No, maybe not, but
It is.
Oh, you want mug? You want mug punch in face because
No,
mug
no, no,
not
no, no.
Xel'nari?
well, to put bluntly, if someone like this was found by my tribe and we were in this situation, we would have killed him. It wouldn't have been worth the risk keeping someone like this with what danger they hold.
Look, I think after we question him, it's perfectly fine to transport him while conscious, because we can just tie him up and gag him and blindfold him and plug his ears. I don't know, whatever you do to stop magic, okay? And just transport him in carriage, you know? We don't need to, like, keep hurting him. That seems a little bit unfair.
I would say yes to all of the above, though I do agree with Thalai's assessment. Trying to interrogate him when we are unaware of his abilities outside of the Xel'nari HQ is quite a risk.
And on top of that, if he is conscious, all we know is that his companions will end up at the end of their travels on that other continent. That's where they will end up. We don't know when they will end up. For all we know, they are keeping an eye on things and will be tracking us on the way back and try and release him. If he is conscious, then he will be able to assist them in his own freedom.
Yeah, we should definitely head home. If we're going to be safe, I think that is the most safe place.
Yes. Thalai, you've hunted beasts, yes?
A few, yeah.
How thoroughly would you say you could tie him up? I've seen people down at market. Could you do the equivalent of a hog tie? Make him entirely incapacitated?
Look, you give me enough rope, I could tie him from head to toe, but depending on what abilities he has, and for all we know, he might not just be a bard. We do know that sorcerers can cheat the laws of magic with some of their own innate abilities from time to time. He could be that too.
Good point. So
I could definitely tie him from head to toe, blind him, gag him, but
so
who knows what he can do.
Don't question him yet. Secure him and his senses as best we can, and travel as directly back to Xel'nari HQ as we can, as efficiently as we can, while keeping an eye out for his accomplices trying to rescue him. Yes?
I still think the best course of action is just keep knocking him unconscious. It's not nice, it's not pleasant, and I will admit that. And if it is against the rules, then I'm willing to take the blame for that.
Actually, am I familiar with the Xel'nari Code of Conduct when handling prisoners? I feel like she would be.
Yes, and what Thalai is suggesting is not up to code. You are expected to treat innocent until proven guilty in the Xel'nari method, but also with a certain level of respect and decorum and humanity. Constantly knocking them unconscious, not really a level of humanity.
So I understand the sentiment behind your chosen course of action, but I think we will get in quite a bit of trouble for that kind of action.
There are loopholes around that. More humane ways of having people stay unconscious.
Well, then, here's a question for you.
Actually, yeah. Perhaps we can, instead of knocking him unconscious, I guess we could give him something that keeps him unconscious.
I have a question, Ash. So I was told by the magical loot to make a potion, and I'm guessing it convinced me that potion was entirely innocuous and not to look at all into what it actually does.
Correct.
Now that I have my wits about me,
Mm-hmm.
I see what I wrote down the ingredients and the process in which to make it. Can I figure out what it actually does now that I'm more with it?
Make me a medicine check.
Okay, can do.
The skill that no one takes.
I actually did take medicine, and that comes to a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, nice.
You have some ideas of what some of these ingredients combined are capable of, but
Mhm.
not the entire concoction.
Okay, so
It is beyond your full knowledge. However, you do know that some of the ingredients, when mixed, create a very powerful neurotoxin that will paralyze someone, potentially indefinitely.
Maybe not what we're after.
no. So I know that part of the concoction could do that, but I also don't know whether or not certain aspects might lessen or augment that effect or some way, or make it be different. I just know what part of the picture is.
Yeah, you know that there are antitoxins to that paralytic effect that are fairly commonly available. But it is quite a powerful one and can be quite severe if untreated.
Oh. I may put on my to-do list before leaving town to pay a visit to like an apothecary and try and grab some of that antitoxin just in case.
Well, if it's inhumane and wrong for me to keep punching him punches, perhaps someone might want to I don't know, see if there's an apothecary or potion maker in town. Yes,
that I can do.
Mug will go over and stand next to the bard. And while the others are sort of talking, doing their thing, he's going to psychically interrogate Thimbulfingers. Because he can. I just realized I can do it with no danger of him actually casting spells.
Okay. How are you going about it?
So I can do telepathy within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I can speak to him, and then I can do detect thoughts to read his mind for surface thoughts for replies.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have to be ungagged or blindfolded or any of that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So,
at the moment, you believe him to be unconscious.
Yep, good point. Actually, no, I'll wait till morning. And do this then.
Alright, not a problem.
Okay. I'll go and source an apothecary. Storm, would you care to join me?
She has her spoon in someone's bowl.
Oh yes, excellent. I was done with that, and I just push it the rest of the way over towards you.
Oh, great. Where are we going?
To find a herbalist or an apothecary.
Okay, sounds like fun. Am I allowed to lick the flowers?
No. Please do not. This is one of the places it is definitely not okay to lick the flowers.
Maybe ask person who know what flower is.
Okay! And she, hands the plate back to anyone. Storm the moss licker. Thanks.
So I will just break it. I will just shake it off you.
Oh! Oh my! We just got raided!
We got a raid.
Hey!
Hello,
Thank
raiders!
you!
Hello!
By Evildoer? Oh no, I feel bad. I'm butchering that name. Oh god.
Evildoer?
I was just saying that's Evildoer.
Oh, that makes a whole lot more sense! God damn it! I didn't get it. I'm so slow.
You've done this before, just so you know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think I have. You know what? I think you're absolutely right. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Shazoo! My god! Shazoo!
Oh, the Shazoos.
Oh, the Shazoos.
Y'all
Hello
look
and welcome.
great. Oh God, thank you.
We are playing Dungeons & Dragons, 5th edition, and this is the Trials of the Xel'nari. And we will continue.
Yep,
Yes.
there we go. We have a
Right.
confirmation. It is evildoer.
Okay. I'm sorry, I butchered that real bad.
Let's go and find.
Evildoer.
Let's go and find an apothecary. La-la-la-la-la.
I'll just stay here and eat the remains of Kovek's and mine. Just
You don't look. There's
pour it back
probably
into my bowl.
Yeah.
there's probably an untouched bowl there, which was Storm's. She just wanted to eat everyone else's.
Well, I don't know. Did you dish yourself out? Otherwise, it's probably still hot.
Oh no, it'd still be in the pot. She didn't dish herself out. She just stole everyone's food.
Are you hanging back as well, Mug, or you're just... What are you doing?
I'll probably head to the apothecary, then swap over, taking over guard after that.
All right. Thalai for a moment does look at Thimbulfingers and just entertains the thought for one moment of crushing his head with his hammer. Just for a moment.
Interesting.
No, but knowing what he has done and what he could do, but he does decide against it.
That's probably for the best.
Just thought I'd let you know that that's something he's doing.
Alright. Is anyone taking watch, or you feel fairly comfortable and safe here?
So, you're staying with him, Thalai, right?
I'm with him at the moment, but I have asked for someone to swap with me at some point so I can get some sleep.
So I think the idea is to try and find the apothecary or the herbalist after hours. Because it's now... Is it nighttime now?
Yes, it would be, yeah.
Yeah. See if they're like at the pub or something. And then if we find them, have a chat with them. Is that about right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Head on into the tavern. It is slightly glum tonight. Inside, it seems that all of the commotion that had happened has kind of put people on edge a little bit. There is no music playing where you would normally expect there to be music, as well. The arranged entertainment kind of got a little dead.
None of them
Or
died.
fled.
Or fled. Yeah, so it is a somber mood inside. In fact, there are actually very few townsfolk inside the tavern tonight, which leaves a lot of space for yourselves.
Okay. First protocol, talk to the Tavern Key and just ask if he knows that there is even a person with these skills in town.
I feel like Storm's peppering Kovek the entire time with questions about licking flowers. But what if the petals are white and yellow and they look really tasty and safe? Can I lick it then?
After like the third or fourth time of Kovek just like combing through her internal memory and going, yes, if this, and this, but no, if this, that, and the other, she'll say, you know what, how about if we find a herbalist, I'll get you a field guide to herbalism so that you can peruse it and know for yourself without having to bother me.
Oh, you mean you want me to read a book?
Yes.
Is it going to be in cat?
It can be. I could translate it for you if that would make life easier.
Can it also have pictures?
I imagine the original would as well.
Okay. As long as you turn it into cat, I will read it. Maybe. Mostly look at pictures.
I'm going to make sure that I actually can do it the other way with comprehend languages. So I can use comprehend languages to make a language I don't know legible to me. Can I use it to write something in a language I don't know temporarily, but then know because of the spell?
I would believe so. Yes, you gain understanding temporarily of its transcript and how to read it.
Okay, cool. I would.
I was kind of hoping that Storm would have to teach Kovek the alphabet, like C spot run sort of style, because that would have done Kovek's head in.
Oh, it would have been beautiful. Beautiful.
You know what? Comprehend languages doesn't work.
Okay, let me teach you the kitty alphabet. Meow,
How
meow,
about-
mean, bun, bun, meow. That's how you start.
Let's put a pin in that, and we'll circle back while we're traveling. Okay?
Oh, okay. But it's really a fun song to sing.
I'm sure it is. Excuse me, barkeep.
Yeah, it's an elderly gentleman who has a slight hunch to himself. He waddles his way over and says, "Yes, can may I assist?"
I was wondering if there was an apothecary in town.
Apothecary? No. We have visitors most of the time, but not one that's made residence. You notice that he has a lazy eye that's kind of just wandered off towards the rest of the table.
Ah. Oh, you are a purveyor of spirits. Do you have any especially potent brews that would really knock somebody on their ass if they drank it?
Oh yes, I have just the thing for you. One moment, please.
Wait. Can you also
Yes.
get me a cup of milk? Bro.
Yes, of course.
Okay, Kovek's paying.
Oh, fine.
What? I gave all my coins away.
And he disappears behind the bar for a moment, and you see him reaching down under the table, and there's a bit of clanking and the sound of a lock being undone, and what sounds like a heavy chest opening up, and a few flasks being pulled out. And he pulls out several different sized. They don't look like potion bottles necessarily, but alcohol bottles, but quite ornate and interestingly designed ones, and starts pouring in some kind of concoction together. And after a few minutes of him creating this concoction, he turns, looks under the table again, pulls up another cup, and pours the milk in it. And then brings it over to you.
Wait,
you
he
can
pours
see...
milk into the alcohol?
No, separate cup.
Okay, into a cup. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I thought he was like curdling milk for a second. All right, cool. We're good.
Cement mixer.
You can see the concoction he has made is quite thick and sludge-like, and also slightly bubbling.
Did I recognize?
You did not see him apply heat in any fashion.
Oh. Did I recognize many of the things he was using, or was it just like unlabeled rando bottles that he just knew the contents of?
Unlabeled rando bottles.
Damn it, okay.
So,
How many of those bottles had a skull and crossbones on them?
All of them.
He puts it down on the table in front of you. It's quite a large flagon as well. Like it's big enough that the lie could probably barely get his fist into the middle of the cup.
Storm looks at it and goes, "That does not look like something I want to lick."
Oh, good, you're learning.
And he goes,
I mean,
This will put them in their place. It's great for betting games. See how long you can last.
How much is required to keep someone thoroughly not functional?
Well, most people don't even last one of this, so good luck.
Storm,
Would this keep someone drunk for a few days? If we were to space out the applications?
Well, I mean, if you're quite a weak one, yes. Could keep you out.
Storm, like, out of curiosity, pokes the liquid with a finger.
It has the kind of viscosity of custard.
Now she's curious. She looks at it.
I choose my words carefully.
As it's just sitting on the end of her finger without looking, I'll just wave a hand over the tip of her finger. I'll freeze it, and then so in one fluid motion, I will freeze it, and then remove the piece of frozen thing from her finger.
I was going to
And
lick
just take it away.
that.
Yes, I know.
But how else will we know if it works?
Do you see this? It's terrifying.
Yes.
That will be 1 silver and 1 copper for the milk.
Oh, my milk!
Certainly. Oh, good. Thank goodness.
I warn you, though, not for the light-hearted.
Oh, that is.
These
not...
two could probably handle it, and he points to Mug and Philae.
Oh, I'm
But,
not there,
No,
Ash.
they're not there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No,
I'm there.
Yeah, to Mug.
Mug's there. I'm
Oh,
not.
okay, Mug's there. Yeah.
He could probably handle it, but I think it might put you, put you to bed early.
Mug not want that.
Good.
Mug not like alcohol need to eat with spoon.
Oh, man.
Did,
You're so lucky Thali's not there.
have you got a. Have you got some. Yes?
Mug have question.
Certainly.
Can you make illusion? Can you make picture appear?
Yes.
Mug need help from Blue and help from Cat.
Cat, me? What you need me to do?
Yes.
As she was trying to put her finger back in the goo.
I just slap it.
People here not happy. People here should be happy. Mug gonna make music, and Blue make picture, and Cat go around collect money
What for?
for performance.
I don't understand.
It's okay. Mug explain.
First things first. Barkeep, have you the components to prepare 4 more of these concoctions?
Oh, yes, of course.
And
This
can
is
I,
one of my special brews. I have people regularly coming for.
can I request all 5 be placed in to-go bottles?
He kind of looks at you quizzically. Where's it
Where?
going?
We're going to play games on our way home, I think.
And he's one good eye kind of squints at you while the other one's just kind of like wandering around. And he's like,
It's
You're
okay.
not-
We be safe.
"You're not trying to take. This is Igor's concoction.
No?
No.
Will not touch."
I guarantee you that I have absolutely no idea how you made this, and it shall be used entirely for private and personal use.
If it makes you feel better, we kind of want to use it to make fun of somebody. That is all. They are just not here. They are elsewhere.
Ah, well, in that case, it's perfectly what it's for. Yes, I could whip that up for you.
Okay! I have so many pranks prepared! I mean, you didn't hear that, Kovek.
So Mug is gonna start playing a tune,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a song about a traveling merchant who gets tricked and outwitted by a local goblin, a very civilized goblin who was living in a village. So it's just
Okay.
a fun little happy sort of song.
I can't make any moving illusions with minor illusion, but I can make some fun effects with prestidigitation.
I do believe Storm can also make some fun effects. No, again, nothing major, just like little like sparks and little like floating lights and.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me
So
just find
start
the ability.
doing that. And as part of that, after I have played for about a minute or so, I am going to make this performance so enthralling, with a little bit of fey magic, that some people might be charmed and think that Mug is their best friend. So it's going to be the bar owner
Mhm.
and the 3 saddest looking motherfuckers in the room.
Okay.
Is there like a
Wisdom
A
saving
corn-
throw DC 14.
is there a corner of the room that's like the stage in here?
Yes, there is.
I'll create.
Rather than the corner, it is more the centralized area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably create like localize in an area like magical sparks, just kind of floating around. And I actually don't have light right now. I changed it out for a different cantrip.
Storm can just do elemental effects in a 1-foot cube for 1 minute. So she'll just like do like snow or little light beamy shows or like cloud effects and like little elemental things. Like little weather cube.
And partly I was also doing that for the mechanical reason of getting an assist action to give advantage. Because why not?
When Storm's doing it, she'll do it as she walks around the room.
Yeah.
So like in her hands like this, kind of like those people that play with orbs, but she's doing it as if she's got a big elemental orb playing with little effects.
And I'm just by the stage making like fireworks and I'm gonna lean into the space theme and just have like starry night sky with minor illusion up on the ceiling, and then like fireworks and shooting stars and things like that just going off.
You can also do sounds, can't you?
I can do sounds, yes.
Yeah. So there's another way to sort of do that.
After a little bit of playing, you start to draw the attention of 3 of the 5 patrons inside the tavern, other than yourselves.
Storm will also carry a basket on her tail to collect coin.
Okay. They seem to have livened up a bit and moseyed their way on over. The bartender, however, seems to have just gone about his business creating the concoctions.
And a dirty 20 for performance.
Very nice. You managed to score yourself 13 copper pieces, actually. It's not a bad haul considering how few people there are.
Yeah.
And the 3 who seem to be completely enraptured by it, hanging on to your every word of the song, desperately wanting to know what happens next.
Well... Do you want to know about the merchant, or you want no merchant or goblin?
Both. They're fantastic characters.
Well, now, the goblin went and became a prince.
A prince?
How very intriguing. Long story. Of course, only kingdom of 5 people, but goblin prince.
Perhaps you'll stay and tell us more?
Not sure if have time. Need another drink.
But we simply must hear more of your stories. They're fantastic.
Mug need go do work now. Mug, sorry. Mug, go get other big Goliath, come back. He tell you story.
But Mug, it's not your stories. I suppose. If you say they're good, at least.
Him very good storyteller.
Oh no.
Under the bus! Under the bus!
Hey, what do you know? You inherited some groupies.
For an hour.
And Cat. Now you have coin.
What?
You have coin. In basket.
What do I do with it?
You have coin now. You keep coin until need spend coin.
Oh. Hey, Kovek, do you want some coin? Immediately tries to hand the basket away.
Not give. Spend.
So, I'm like in the shadows of the stage. I've got one hand like holding a book open. I am using a mage hand to control my quill, and I'm just taking notes in it, and just the other hand is just absent-mindedly casting vaguely impressive spells up at the stage, going, what? Are we done?
Story done.
Hey, Kovek, can you hold on to my coins? I don't know what to do with them.
Certainly.
Cat, you have pocket or no pocket?
Oh no, I have a pouch, but it's full of ball bearings.
Maybe you need 2 pouch. 1 coin pouch, 1 ball bearing pouch.
No, it's okay. You know what? It's fine. She grabs the handful of coins, or grabs her backpack, dump, closes backpack. Ching ching. All good. There is 13 copper at the bottom of her bag somewhere.
That reminds me. I will buzz past the barkeep and I'll hand him. Wait, is he charging extra for the drinks being in bottles?
No, not extra. No.
Okay. I'll give him 4 more silver for these 4 more brews, and then I'm just gonna pull out from my bag of holding. I'll go. I believe some of us are owed money. I'll pull out 4 baggies. I'll hand one off to Mug. It contains. Yeah.
I was gonna say at this point also, Storm's actually put her bag down and is ruffling through to find the coins as well. She forgot to do something.
I will give Mug. I give you a pouch that contains 96 silver and 164 copper.
Okay. What coin this?
When we met down in the well, there was a hoard of treasure kept by long gone bandits, as the statute of limitations have expired on being able to return this wealth to their owners. I have invoked salvage rights, and we are going to share it equally.
Okay, how many coin?
I am giving all 5 of us an equal share, so this contains 96 silver and 164 copper.
Shazoo
No, Shazoo.
And yes,
What is it? 90 what?
96 silver and 164 copper. She'll hand a pouch off to Storm as well, containing that. Yes. And
Is that each?
Each, yes.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, could you say that again? I did miss that.
Yes,
So,
I'll
96?
Type
I'll
it
give
in
the-
the chat. Yeah, just so we have like.
Yeah.
to Sam and to Thuthalai as well.
Alright. I will add that when I'm actually giving it.
Of course.
And Muggo swap with Big.
There we go. Certainly. If need be, take one of these bottles of powerful intoxicants, and if need be, we can keep him subdued with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I had to subtract 4 of my funds. I had 94.
So you go and swap with Thalai.
92.
Whatever pouch Kovek gave Storm of coin, she dumps it into her bag and hands the pouch back to Kovek. Thank you! I will find a use for it, I suppose. Maybe I'll give it to Thug. We could
You
hire
really
him
should-
for a little bit longer. What?
You really should have kept it in the bag.
It is. It's in my bag.
You can put a bag in a bag, you know.
Yeah, but what for? I have bag. I don't need to put bag in bag when there is already bag.
Yes, but if you keep all your items in their own individual compartments, it's much easier to find them when you need them.
I don't have many things. Only like... Oh, wait, hang on. Let me see what I have in here. Oh, you know I have an explosive satchel in here.
I beg your pardon?
We got
and
it.
it's rolling around with everything else?
No, it's better. She just added shrapnel to the explosives.
Ah! I'm gonna poke my head like up next to Storm and look down in her bag for perhaps the first time, and the keen I observe her just like her right eye just like twitch. Like,
There's a silver platter in there as well. There's like
oh, sweet Ayun, what have you done?
there is like a mishmash of random stuff. There's not a lot of stuff, but it's just random mishmash just plugged in there.
Is there anything actively rotting?
There's no food. The food
Okay,
stays
good.
in and out. The food lives in her pockets. Because she eats it too often. But there is 2 explosive pouches you notice in there from back when we were fighting the goblins.
Okay, I'll say
Oh no,
you
the
have...
gnomes.
While I'm talking to you, both pouches just begin to float up and out of the bag, and I just...
There's also candles and
Oh, good! You've got a source of ignition in with the explosives.
silver
Storm's
platter,
IED bag.
some empty potion bottles.
Yes, I will be taking both of those from you, whether you like it or not.
No, hey, they're mine! Give it back! Kovek, they're mine! Give them back! I
Do you know
collected them
what-
fair and square!
Do you know what you've assembled here?
They are explosive satchels.
Yes, explosive satchels surrounded by candles, a source of ignition, coins to deal extra damage in the blast. If these stay in the bag and the bag, I don't know, catches fire, you and those around you will be mincemeat.
It's fine, I just dodge.
I put them in the bag of holding.
Hey, give them back! Kovek! What if I need them? They're there for an emergency. Plus, you're so far away in the fight, when would you need them? Give them back.
I will give them back once I have constructed for you a safe method of transporting them.
Fine, but they're mine.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Would Mug have already left by this stage, or did he witness
Yes.
that exchange?
I mean, up to you.
And then you just hear...
I'll leave just as I just go. I'll just say after that exchange, hey Blue.
Yes.
You won't give receipt for theft and hand yourself in for committing crime. Bye.
And Storm's just mumbling in the corner. Shittiest deal ever. Give me coins for my explosions. I want my explosions back. Stupid coins. Who doesn't even need coins for? Stupid Kovek.
Oh my god.
More excited by shiny toys.
So I'm going to add 4 bottles of...
Oh, I forgot about the peculiar looking rope that's also in there.
Well, I'm not actively focusing on any kind of detect magic, so I'm not familiar.
Also, are you putting the bottles of super booze in the bag of holding?
No.
You mean you're just putting the 4 Molotov cocktails, which are closer to napalm with their consistency, really, in your bag, where you, who's probably most likely to get caught by a fireball, could be affected.
See, I have several different sub-bags and sub-packets, including a special bag designed just for containing potions. A nice travel-safe potion bag, and they're going in there.
I did forget there was also a tinderbox in my backpack. So,
Oh my god! I am so glad we dealt with this now!
And pittons. Oh, and there's a flask of oil.
Oh my god! This is not okay!
It literally was Storm's bag of IED.
I'm learning Fireball soon. This was going to happen eventually.
I'm kind of glad that was sorted out early.
No one questioned. I've mentioned how many times did I have those explosive satchels? No one stopped her.
It's the first time you said it out loud and
Nope.
seeing everything in its entirety.
Well, I mean...
So, is there a merchant in this tavern? I'm just going to approach a merchant and ask nicely if I can buy a simple wooden box and just put the explosives in that to keep them safe from everything else in her bag.
Does not seem there is a merchant here.
I'll.
You believe they may have gone to bed already.
Also, don't forget, we've got a wagon full of miscellaneous.
We need to go through that too, don't we? Yeah.
Yes, you do.
So very potent alcohol, the tavern keeper of dowry made for us. Okay, done.
My note next to my explosives. Kovek.
Stolen by Kovek.
Yes! Kovek stole them.
They have been seized for your own well-being.
Without
Storm doesn't
warrant.
think so.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, if a Xel'nari can seize without warrant, then Storm, you can seize them back out of the bag of holding, and that's legal.
What, you thought she wasn't already planning to do that if Kovek didn't give them back in a timely manner?
Anyway,
If you need help, talk to Mug.
does the lie arrive at this point?
Yeah, we'll swap over.
Yeah, there would be a swap
Can
over.
you tell me anything at all, Mug?
Yeah, I'll say others back, tavern, good townspeople. You should talk. They need cheering up. Maybe tell story or something. They're good people.
Delay thinks as he walks out, decides, nope. He's not a talker, and he will set up his sleeping roll in the newly acquired wagon and go to bed.
Oh, okay.
We have
Yeah, so
beds
not
at
going
the
into the others.
tavern.
Yes, you've been offered beds at the tavern.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. I think he's making a conscious decision.
Fair enough.
Why?
It's more, people might want to talk to me. No, thank you.
Okay.
Those inside the tavern notice that the three villagers wait long beyond that of the others, who eventually make their way out. The other three seem sitting, waiting patiently for
The
a
effect
story
does
that
only
never
last for an hour.
Yes,
So the magical effect only lasts for an hour.
Mm.
Yeah.
but they are expecting a story, a good story. They've been told from their good friend Mug.
I know what to do. I will ask the barkeep if he has any bags of sand.
No sand.
That's unfortunate.
Kovek, what do you need sand for? That's just weird.
If we put the explosive bags in the sand, they are going to be affected by like a source of ignition, and then I can I can give them back to you safely.
Hey,
What?
Kovek, how strong are you?
You know this.
Have you ever tried lifting bags of sand? It's not exactly light, you know?
That would be huge.
They used to make me do training with it back at the look, let's just say I cheated, okay?
These pouches are small. All we need is a small, consistent exterior layer of sand to absorb and suppress any ignition sources, and it should be fine.
That seems like too much effort. Just
No.
just put them in a little box or something. It's fine.
If you can find me a small box that isn't itself flammable, by all means.
What do you mean by this?
Can catch fire like wood,
Yeah, okay, but what's not flammable?
metal.
Oh, like a jewelry box. Is there a
Yes.
blacksmith here? No.
We'll find one in the morning. It's late.
Oh. It is a bit...
I
I
don't.
did see that there was a blacksmith here, though.
I don't think you need to worry about using these pouches right now before morning.
But I want them back.
And I will give them back as soon as they are safe. You have my word.
Fine. I'm going for a walk. I'll be back. Bye.
Okay. I am going to stay in the tavern a while longer and finish compiling my notes on this case, including some very remorseful apology letters to various high-ranking Xel'nari members, and then go to bed.
So count down until Storm starts licking something in town.
No, she goes to investigate the blacksmith. I know they're closed, but she's gonna poke around regardless. Is it like closed off, or is it like an open forge kind of thing?
So there is an open forge section of it, but there is also a closed off section, which is the kind of more storefront area. But the open forge is very easily accessible.
She's gonna poke around. She's not gonna take anything necessarily.
Oh my god!
She's just looking around, in through windows, ruffling through things, you know, all the jazz. Not like breaking in, just like looking through windows, cracks in the wall, keyhole in the door. I don't know.
What is she looking for?
A non-flammable box.
There is a quite large wrought iron reinforced box on the floor outside the forge. It does have some wood to it, but there is a lot of iron around it, reinforced in it, that a number of different forge tools are sitting within.
She like curiously looks at it and goes to one side and goes, "Can I lift this?"
It is very heavy. You can attempt a strength check.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's watch her strain herself.
I did say attempt.
Oh! 16, because it's a minus
16.
2. That's an 18.
You managed to get one of the corners to lift up, but with all the tools inside it as well, it's extremely heavy.
Oh, she doesn't think of
There's
that.
large hammers and tongs.
That won't do. It's too big anyway. Is there nothing smaller? Nothing smaller. Nothing smaller?
No, not visible on the outside at least. There might be something inside in the shop area, but you can't see inside.
You can't see inside the window?
No, they're shut.
The shutters don't come open. They're not like slightly ajar.
You can attempt to open one, yes?
No, she's not breaking and entering. She's peeky beaking.
Maybe if I stare hard enough, I can see through the wood.
Yeah, that's literally the kind of like she's just being a cat. Big stick.
Yeah, whilst there is a slight gap through it, it is completely pitch black on the inside, and you cannot make out anything.
She can't even. Yeah, okay. She's gonna like walk around the premises a few times and be like, for being super sus if anyone was to approach her, but like.
You're very lucky it is now late at night and no one is about.
And this town has no guards.
Eventually, she like plonks her ass down in the dirt and just goes, "Fine, I will have to come back in the morning." Okay, bedtime. Goes to find Kovek.
Okay.
But not without collecting some flowers on the way.
At this point, Kovek has finished all of her note keeping and has out the bag of jewellery and jewels I just realised I also got with all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible with the kinds of items in this bag to do an even split 5 ways based on the value of the items?
No, you would have to sell off the items.
Okay.
Just hold them for now, and we can do that later.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All good. Kovek's like just putting away some of her notepaper and just packing up as I assume Storm comes back in the door.
Pouting.
Hmm.
But with flowers. Possibly munching on 1 or 2.
I was just turning in.
Huh? Oh! Would you
Good
like,
night.
would you like a flower?
No, thank you. I still have the bouquet you gave me this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. She, like, looks super embarrassed and, like, totters off to her bed and, like, curls up. Munches her flowers a little bit.
I go to bed, but I will make a mental note to awaken in about 2 hours' time to relieve Mug.
Okay. All right. You spend some time resting. I assume, Mug, you're heading to bed as well, or just rather keeping watch for now until your time comes.
Keep watch and then sleep in late so I get a long rest.
No worries. And Kovek, are you the last to take watch over the prisoner?
I presume
I
Storm
imagine-
would be last.
Yes, so I'll watch, then I'll poke Sam to watch, and then Sam can poke Storm to watch.
Storm's
don't
always
think
awake
anyone will
early
be-
anyway.
I don't think Sam will need to poke anyone because by then it's been 8 hours.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Your watches go off without a hitch. There's no commotion out in town. It seems that all is quiet, other than a skulking cat about a blacksmith.
Meow.
You awaken in the morning feeling well refreshed and rested, being able to sleep in a tavern for a while.
Long rest. Has that refreshed my one
Best
magic
rest.
missile? I think so. One magic missiles. Yes, I'm good. I'm gonna change back out one of my cantrips.
Goddamn custom. The one thing you
That's a
notice
good
throughout
one.
the entire night is that Thimbulfingers does not budge at all. He seems completely still throughout all of your watches.
Ah.
Concerning.
Didn't the other one? No, that was the dwarves. They're the ones with cyanide.
No, that was
nose.
the
nose.
Oh, wait,
That's
I
the
meant
Christmas
gnomes.
nose.
Sorry. Short people. Whoops.
Just confirming,
Not
he's
all
still
short people are the
breathing.
same.
Yeah.
He
We
is
would-
still breathing, but he is not shifting in his sleep or anything like that.
So he's probably still pretty badly injured.
We don't know. He could be astral projecting.
Okay. Once I've had my 8 hours and Storm is doing hers in the morning, I would take the time before breakfast to recast Find Familiar.
Okay.
Because poor Wisteria got popped in that, that's fine.
Storm first thing in the morning, as soon as someone relieves her from her watch of Thimbulfingers. Also, she's drawn a moustache on his face, by the way, in the night. And, like, panda
Humane
eyes.
treatment.
She got bored, okay?
Yes.
What?
It's only
More
charcoal.
humane than punching him in the face?
Look, it's only charcoal. It'll come off.
Being an elf, it does look quite interesting with his newfound moustachery.
And like big circles around his eyes, like fake glasses.
Oh my god.
You notice while drawing your glasses on him that as you kind of rub against his skin a little bit, that it changes color slightly.
I'm gonna like.
It goes quite a darker tan color.
Can I don't know, insight check that or something, or I don't know, a perception. I don't know what. I'm
make a
looking
perception
at
check.
him. I want to like intently look at him. Like, wait
Just
a
the part where
minute.
you've rubbed.
Did he have, I don't know, a disguise kit on his person when we arrested him?
Well, that's a 7, but it is a +8. 15.
As you're looking, you notice on your hand where you had been rubbing here that it seems like makeup has come off.
She's gonna clean his face.
As you start cleaning away at his face, you budge at his cheekbones and you notice that a slight prosthetic moves away.
She's just gonna
And as
keep
you start,
peeling and cleaning and whatever. She's curious now. What the frick is going on here?
by the time you're done peeling away and wiping away, I assume you're leaving the blindfold and gag on,
Yes.
or are you taking that off?
Well, I mean, she'll sort of like move around them and underneath them, but she'll leave them there.
Once you sit back and look over your work, you recognize a very different face to what you'd previously seen. Just different features to it as well. In fact, almost a different species altogether. Not elf. It looks very much like the merchant.
She's gonna slap him until he wakes up.
Thanks.
How dare you?
Fuck you, Ash. Fuck you.
Don't need magic if they're masters of disguise.
You fuck. Thought he went down too easy.
So yes, underneath the makeup and the prosthetic ears of an elf is a very human-looking, quite tanned merchant. You slap him about a bit.
With the elf ears prosthetics, mind you. Slaps up.
Just go,
After-
listen here.
After a few moments of slapping about, you can see him start to stir.
Oi! Wake up! You piece of shit! Slap, 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 slap.
He is stirred, but he is gagged and blindfolded, so you're not going to get much out of
She's
him.
waiting for a response.
kind of-
Is good enough.
Yeah, you kind of get a.
Oh,
Alright.
good! Wait, I should have waited till Mug was here. Wait here! And then, like, she pokes her head out of the door. Oi! Someone go get me Mug!
Remind
And
me
then
which
come
shift.
back with a glass of water.
Remind me
very
which
last
shift of the
shift.
night
She was the last one.
So
Early
it's
morning.
like 5 a.m. maybe.
Yes. So you would actually open up to see that several of the clergy are actually out and about already, up early.
Hey, you! Wait! Wait, you! I need your attention,
Yes.
please! It's urgent! Please,
Yes, miss.
go to the tavern, or maybe our cart, not sure. And find Mug, please. It is very important. I need him and his voodoo magic.
Of course, right away. Which one is Mug?
Tall, green, skinny.
Is Mug green?
Tall,
Yes,
green,
Mug, so,
skinny.
yeah, Mug is green. He's green-skinned half-orc.
Tusks.
Of course. Yes, right away. I will go find him.
Okay, good. Make it fast because it's emergency.
And they had already started walking, and they kind of just quickly double step as
Thank
they
you. You're
hasten their pace.
amazing. Okay.
As you look back into the room, you can see that he has kind of worm crawled his way across the bed and trying to slide his way off the bed.
She
Seems he was
like
attempting to escape while you were not paying attention.
she throws one of the ears at him. Oi! Don't you dare try and move, or I will slap you again.
As he stops, he kind of tilts slightly, and you hear a thud as he falls off the side of the bed.
She walks over and slaps him with the other ear. Stop it! I told you to stop!
About 2 minutes go by before the priest bursts into the tavern, yelling, "Mug! I need mug!"
Oh no.
Oh shit.
A priest is yelling for a mug in a tavern. What's gonna happen?
I chose the name just for pure comedic potential at various points.
I didn't even think about this.
Is
Shit.
Mug a light sleeper? Can actually, I will roll to see if he beats your passive perception. Yes, I imagine you would potentially hear that.
You hear sort of what was a slight snore go into a slight growl as he sort of sits up, rubs his eyes, looks over at like the dagger beside the bed, and then shakes his head and like picks up a bundle of clothing and walks down, trying to like pull on.
As you're heading
clothing
downstairs, you can hear from down below, No, not a mug. I need the mug. The mug. His name is Mug. Yes. No, not a mug. No, I don't want a drink. I am pious. I will not. And you come down to see that Igor is holding up 2 different mugs of alcohol to the priest, who is trying to push him away.
Why you wake up, Mug?
Oh, she could have just said it was a half-orc.
I come over and grab one of the mugs, push the other one over to him so he has to hold it or it's going to spill on him.
He kind of like awkwardly tries to catch and push away at the same time.
Why?
Your friend is asking for you at the chapel.
Drink with Mug.
I cannot.
I'll stand over him and look down. You not like Mug?
Roll for intimidation.
You're so mean to the poor cleric person. I mean, clergy person.
Only an 11.
He kind of like looks up slightly terrified. As it is not a thing against you, but it is against my religion.
Snatch the drink back and start drinking from one, then the other, as we're sort of heading out the door.
Double fisted.
As you both go to leave, Igor goes, "That's 2 copper!" And the priest says, I will get it, and hands him the 2 copper. And you make your way over.
Who asked Mug?
The furry one. I'm sorry, I do not know her name.
Ah, Cat?
Yes, cat-like, yes. I
Ah.
have not seen her kind before.
Hmm.
Interesting creature. Quickly, this way, down the stairs.
So, when you get to the chapel and you're standing outside the door, all you hear is very disgruntled cat noises.
As we're about to go through, I've got the glamored studded leather of gleaming, the glamored studded leather, sort of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to make it look like the robes appropriate to this church.
Mm-hmm.
But if they look closely, instead of the symbol of Paylor, it's got a wooden tankard, a mug, with like some beer dripping over it. And just sort of walk in.
Thankfully, the priest does not notice that. He saw the robes and is approving. And you walk in to find Storm with...
Hand drink.
She takes it.
You need calm down. Cheers. Breakfast?
Oh, wait.
Speak common.
Oh. I don't have time for this! We have a problem, Mug! I need you to interrogate him now! He is not who we thought we were! Quick, 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 quick! Do it now, do it now, they're gone!
I'll go over and have a look at what's happening with the Thimbulfingers.
You can see
See-
anything from head down looks like Thimbulfingers. The clothing, the hands, everything is very elven in features. However, his facial features, and you did kind of get a description of and the name of yes, don't worry, I'm getting to that, of what was known as Stefan, the merchant.
Stone puts down the cup, by the way, and like runs over, picks up the 2 prosthetic ears, and he's like waving them around.
He's a slightly Arabic looking in features. A much darker tan skin, with odd big black circles around his eyes and a mustache that you definitely don't recall him having previously.
So, to get this straight,
That's impressive.
Storm wiped off the makeup and then added a mustache
No.
deliberately afterwards.
She drew on the mustache and eyes and cleaned everything except the mustache and
The
eyes.
mustache and eyes. Okay. So, what is the demeanor of Stefan / Thimbulfingers?
He is currently hog-tied up.
Is he afraid?
You can't tell at the moment. His face is almost completely covered under the gag and blindfold.
Yeah.
And he does not seem to be mouthing out anything or struggling at all. It seems that he made one attempt at trying to get away while she was distracted and found that did not work for him.
Yeah, she slapped him with his own ears.
So I will. Actually, I probably haven't had a long rest yet, have I?
No, you would have. Yes, you still would have got the full.
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
This
so
would
I
have
have
been
some
like
spell
at
slots.
the end of her.
Yeah.
By the time
like,
she got bored of waiting and started playing
yeah,
around.
this is like 2 hours in. She's like, for fuck's sake, this is so boring. I got nothing better to do. I've counted the tiles on the wall 6 times. Yes, it is the same number every time. Okay, how many holes are in the door? Okay.
Or more interestingly, one time there was 1 extra tile, which was confusing.
Yeah, so she had to count it again. That was number 5. No, that was number 4, and she just had to count it again, just to make sure that the second, third, extra. Anyway, you get the point.
It was a mimic, so you know.
Heck.
No, what you need to do is scrape off the second layer of makeup you found, and under that will be a lizard person. And then the lizard person is actually a mimic pretending to be a... It's a fakeception.
Mm-hmm. It's very Scooby-Doo-esque, just pulling off mask after mask after
What
mask.
you've got away with it for your meddling furballs.
Mug, we have a problem! Oh wait, I should have gotten
This-
Kovek and Xel'nari at the
This
same
not
time. and Xel'nari.
this not Bard.
No, he's not! I mean, it's probably also Bud, but he's actually Merchant. Wait, Merchant, are you also a Bud? Can you also play music? Nod or shake head or I slap you with your ears again.
You hear a bit of a and he nods his head.
Okay, he can also play music, so he's technically also, I guess, Bard. I don't know. Fake Merchant. Really annoying Merchant. You know you're annoying! You stupid jug Merchant! Slap.
You hear what amounts to an attempt at laughing through the gag.
She
So
slaps him with one of the ears again.
I will stand over him, sort of hold him down to force him to sort of, like, just put a hand on his shoulder to force him to sort of... actually, no, because he's blindfolded, so he can't look up. But just so he's not sort of struggling.
Mhm.
And have a telepathic message into his head.
Mhm.
It is excellent that I have found you. You do not think that such a primitive illusion will fool me, do you? I have seen much more elaborate things in my life. I am going to ask you questions.
What the fuck?
You are going to answer them. I believe this will be the best way for you to survive and endure such a thing. And I'll cast Detect Thoughts.
Alright, roll me an intimidation.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Does he get advantage because I've been slapping his face with ears?
He's not intimidated by you.
Damn it.
More inconvenienced.
Damn it. Well, Storm's
Uh,
not meant to be intimidating, okay?
21.
21.
And the best thing is, none of the other party members know because this was done telepathically.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Storm just sees you concentrating, and the whole time she's just ranting about stupid disguises and ears and floppy and slapping and.
Yep.
You can hear him audibly trying to say something through the gag, though you cannot make out the words that he is attempting to verbally say. However, you can sense that his thoughts are lingering on. Was hoping the ruse would last longer. Doesn't matter. They should have been away by now.
So first question, what is your name?
You don't hear any audible response, but you can hear him think, like, I'm going to tell you that.
I'm going to dig deeper, so he gets a saving throw.
Also,
And he spectacularly fails that.
it's great because I know what kind of bard you are because I've looked into this bard. It's so cool. It is so cool.
That was a total of 6 on his saving throw, so he failed.
Yeah, that's not the 14. So go through his memories, emotional state, anything that looms large in his mind, such as worries.
You hear the voice of what you assume is his father calling out, Stefan, come in. It's dinner time.
Stefan, why do you lie to me? Do you think I would not know? Now, you are going to face for the crimes that you have committed. Do you also wish to face someone else's crimes? Let us know what is going on, and perhaps, just perhaps, you may come out of this able to live a life at some stage.
Again, you hear a bit of muffled attempt at talking.
Bless you.
And lightly on the top of his thoughts, you can hear his initial thoughts, which are him trying to say, I didn't know anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm innocent in this. I just here to perform. But deeper down, you push through, and you can hear the voice that you recognize as Thimbulfingers, talking with someone you don't know who. You don't know, even Stefan does not seem to be aware of the name of this person he's speaking with. But you hear them talking, and after a moment, Stefan interrupts and allows himself into the room with them. And sorry, apologies for my interruption, but we are ready to move out. And you hear Thimbulfingers responding with, perfect. Forgive me, master, but it is time for me to move on. It's the next step of our plan. I believe dowry is our next goal. We'll move on that next. And you hear a very deep and guttural voice responding back. Yes, perfect. Everything is moving forward faster than we expected. It's perfect. You have done well. Perhaps you have shown yourself worthy enough. You can... There's no response from Thimbulfingers, but you can sense from Stefan's emotions that he seems excited by this. And as they're leaving, you hear Thimbulfingers whisper under his breath, not quite under his breath, like enough that it's audible to those who would be in the room, but kind of like it's something that shouldn't be said loudly for others to hear. And it's Hail Grimgrush. And you hear Stefan repeat that back. And that is the end of that memory.
It is good to see that you can be obedient, but then again, you always were, weren't you? A follower. Perhaps now you can strike out on your own. Tell me, who is Grimgrush?
With this, again, he goes deadly silent. There's no sound of speaking through his thing. And you can feel him attempting to try and push back against you to stop you from invading his thoughts, but he just can't do it. He can't resist your influence. Though you don't get the memory that you thought you would get from him in this regards. Instead, he starts thinking of a time where, out in the playground amongst the other kids, how he was kind of always overlooked and always tried to please the other kids and do what they would say and help them out however he could. And you get the feeling that he is lingering on that thing of always a follower, never stepping forward into his own rights. And then you can hear him suddenly start like screaming into the, not screaming, but like yelling into the gag, trying to say something. You're not sure what though. And then loosely on the top thoughts, you can kind of hear what his intentions being. No, this is my chance. I'm not just a follower. I will prove myself worthy.
Are you going to prove yourself worthy to us? Your friends have abandoned you, fled to the land of the orcs. We know all this. We know more than you think.
And on the top layer, you hear him going, that was the plan all along. I was just a distraction. We knew you would come. You couldn't resist.
What is the final step of the plan?
At this, you can hear his top layer of thoughts of him kind of laughing slightly. And it's a very arrogant laugh. Like he thinks that he's got the step up on you. And deeper in his thoughts, you see different flashes of times where he has attempted to question Thimbulfingers on the exact thing of what their end goal was, and he's never actually given an answer. So whatever their end goal is, he is not even aware of it.
There is going to be a reckoning for the actions that you have taken. But there is also a path forward. There is always a path forward for those who are helpful. If you wish to be helpful, relax and do not resist. For you need to cooperate with us. You need to work with us to bring down Thimbulfingers, the ones who have oppressed you and kept you isolated and disempowered for so long. This is the only path ahead of you. And I'm going to cast Suggestion to get him to do exactly that, to cooperate and work with us and see us as the path of his salvation.
Yeah.
So that's another wisdom saving throw.
Alright. You can feel his mind tugging back and forth as he attempts to resist. And just as you feel like you have managed to push your thoughts into his, it seems that something about the words you use, possibly, or the tone, or intention, but he fights back, and he mentally seems to gain the vigor to push you back a bit. The spell is unfortunately unsuccessful.
Yep. Yep.
And you can hear in his thoughts, no. Thimbulfingers has always been a friend. He's guided me and helped me, made me my own man.
I'm going to assume that's probably going to have used up my spells, because the Detect Thoughts only last for a minute each.
Yeah, pretty much.
So with the
no, you'd probably still have a little bit more out of it.
Okay.
Just a little bit more.
Well, the journey is long ahead. We will have many of these talks. Many. Bye.
Need a hug.
Cut.
You come,
What the fuck?
you come back to the world, and Storm is still rambling about disguises and flailing the ears around.
And on that lovely bombshell, we're going to go for a break because we need some food. So I've not eaten all day.
God damn it! God damn it, guys! What the heck? All right.
We'll go on a quick 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, and we will be back.
Wait, well, and we'll be back in like 10 minutes ish. Yeah.
Yep.
Catches.
until you start moving. Hello, welcome back.
We are back.
My players are angry at me. I can't think why.
Ah!
Flip a double cross.
Annoyed? Definitely annoyed.
Mug not.
The 1-2 down from here.
Mug not angry. Mug just seriously very lead on true intentions.
Mug not Xel'nari.
Mm-hmm.
Must not technically break law if no one can tell about it.
Well, no, I was only not allowed to cast magics on the party.
Any hostile or damaging
I was following the instructions of a duly appointed officer of the law.
Yep.
I was given
Indeed.
a lawful order. So, mug talk, bard not bard, bard merchant, Stefan, work for Grimscratch?
Grimgram?
Grim Garush.
Grimgarush. Need tell others.
Storm's halfway through, like, wiggling the fake ears and going, and I can't believe he really tricked us with what?
Maybe you need distract Stefan. Play bagpipes, that make him very distracted. Mug go
Storm,
get others.
by the way,
Okay.
Grim Garush is a very familiar name to you, but you do not remember from where.
She's going to rake her brain because that's what stopped her from her ranting. Can I do a history check?
Yes, you can.
Ooh! Nat 20! Nat 20! Nat 20!
Very nice.
Oh.
See, that was the timing for it.
It's making up for all those shitty rolls I did last week.
So, you vaguely remember, because you never really did pay much attention into the history classes.
How do you spell it, by the way?
Mentions.
Grim...
I will put it in the
Okay.
chat for you.
Okay.
So, you vaguely remember stories of Grim Garush. He was the second general to Asgarin, who is the demon that the Xel'nari originally united to destroy.
Oh, what was the... hang on, second general to what was the demon's name?
Asgarin.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Basically, one of the ones who helped form everything.
So, we're hunting down Goring? Or Rommel?
Jesus!
That's kind of the vibe, right?
I don't understand these references.
God damn it. You remember stories of him being a very tricky and deceitful one, hid in the shadows, always liking to cause plagues and famine and discontent and uprisings and all kinds of manner of problems that, whilst they were able to link them back to him, there was no necessarily involvement by him. He would just make these things happen by twisting followers and using their desires against them. As far as you're aware, he should be long dead along with Asgarin.
Is that it?
Mhm.
Okay. I basically just typed everything you said. Okay. I'll decipher that later because it's probably doesn't actually make any sense. All right. She was like, wait, Mug, don't go anywhere. You stay here. I need to... Oh, no. Wait, are you sure?
I go get other bring here.
No, this is really bad. Wait, tell me again the name. Tell me again.
Grim Griff.
You-
Grim Garush.
Do you mean
Maybe.
Garush?
To me, it sound like food dish.
If only... If it was food dish, it would
Hey.
kill you.
It sound like Hungarian stew. Oh no, that goulash.
Where is Hungary?
In my tummy.
Oh no, this is bad.
you-
This is
You
so very
want
bad.
stay, you want go.
Ow.
Sorry.
This is why Alice is at 80% volume.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Now.
Cat, you run fast.
Oh yeah, okay,
Run-
I'll be back. She just
Run
bolts.
back at everyone.
She leaves as soon as she said you run fast. She's like, I do, and she bolts. He is still in hand. Bolts.
Mug is going to sit down beside Stefan and just whisper into his mind, well, you had your chance. I can't hear any response, so I'm just leaving it at that.
You hear a bit of a...
She like runs. Sam Kovek, the lie. Sam Kovek, the lie.
Meanwhile, at the car, like. It's all peaceful. It's slowly awake. And then, like, just like gets like a bit of ration.
Nice peaceful morning.
Finds a bush to squat behind to do business, the early morning business.
Mhm.
Half
Sam
asleep.
Kovek, the lie.
If I don't respond, she won't know where I am.
There's a-
Cats only hunt by movement.
There's a poop that's like halfway out, and you're like, please, not now.
Both faster.
I gotcha.
You can prairie dog later, damn it. She runs up to the cart.
So,
I presume the cart was closer than the tavern.
No,
It's
the
probably-
tavern
it's
was
probably
closer.
Oh, the tavern's
a bit
closer? She didn't run to the tavern first, but she's still screaming Sam
You also
Kovek the lie.
probably don't know Thalai is in the cart. You would have assumed that he took to the tavern as well.
Yeah,
He
no one
didn't
knows
come-
where I went.
He
to.
didn't
No.
come to the tavern.
I
though.
didn't. Nope.
So she knows
But
he's
you
not at
guys-
the cavern. So she's running through town screaming the entire way.
And as I said, if I don't respond, she doesn't know where I am.
I'm gonna do a
me have
perception
5
check as well.
minutes.
But she's gonna head towards the tavern first. And if she doesn't see Thalai, she'll look for him afterwards.
Thalai, you were attempting a number
Oh.
2. I assume you would be trying to be stealthy for that. Can you get a stealth check, please?
Yeah, okay.
Stealth
What is this? This is D&D, y'all. Rolling a stealth check.
Smell.
this is not what I was expecting.
You said you was going behind a bush.
I know, but I didn't expect I'd have to stealth for a peaceful one.
She did say she's actively looking for you.
I know. Well, that is a. Nope, sorry, I'm at disadvantage because. Oh, no, I didn't sleep in my armor, so flat roll. Straight roll. That is a 6.
Well, I rolled an 18 plus 8, so I'm sorry, but I think maybe Storm might observe you at some point.
I don't know. It depends how long you take at the tavern.
Look, it's honestly probably not the first time she's seen him naked.
It's not.
No, Ash. It is not the first time the other players have seen, except for Mug. Mug hasn't seen the lie naked yet, but
Yeah.
everyone else has.
There's just
multiple
always
occasions.
been a convenient Kovek cloud.
To cast,
Obscuring the genital section.
to
was gonna say,
cast
there's-
Sensibar or Pixelation.
There is nothing this time.
For some reason, I'm just picturing it as like you're squatting there trying to get some peace and quiet, and you get kind of the Doppler effect of something approaching at high speed, and and then it's this confused look as the Storm's looking over her shoulder, going, "Wait, was that?"
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, hi! But if the
She sniffs them out.
Snap it off, buddy. Snap it off.
okay, if the cart is not on the way from the church to the tavern,
No.
then she'll end up at the tavern first and then find the lie.
Yep.
So she bursts into the tavern. Sam! Kovek! The lie! Sam! Kovek! The lie!
So at this point, Kovek has taken recently to wearing earplugs to bed for entirely obvious and justifiable reasons. So imagine she's just woken up, pulled back the covers, is wearing like a nice long crisp knee length like purple night shawl. Just
Is it monogrammed?
Yes, it is. It is. It's got like a KR by the collar. She just sits up, stretches, looks longingly at the like pile of incense she had kind of out for this morning to cast the spell, and I assume Storm just kicks down her door.
Sam! Kovek! The lie! Why is only Kovek here? Where is Sam and the lie? It doesn't matter! I will find them! Go to we have problems! Go!
I
Kovek!
pull out the earplugs and go, what?
Okay, the only thing I'm going to say to you right now is Grim Gorosh.
Do I know who this is off the top of my head? Because I have a +7 to history.
I imagine you spent a lot more time paying attention, yes.
I definitely did!
Yes, you do.
So, Kovek turns a very pale shade of blue at hearing this.
Okay, great! I looks like I have your attention. Awesome. Go to the chapel immediately and meet with Mug. I will be there with the others very soon. Okay, lie! She runs off to find Sam and the lie. Sam! The lie! Sam! The lie! By the way, you would have noticed she has the 2 prosthetic ears in her hands, wiggling and waving them about still.
Kovek both hastily and sensibly packs her bag, gets changed, and hustles out of the inn across to the Temple of Thaler.
Sam! The lie! Sam! The lie!
Sam would probably be working with. Oh, what?
I'm gonna assume that he's still in the cart, and then Thalai is outside. She finds Thalai.
Sam went to the tavern.
Yeah,
It was only Thalai. Thalai was the only one at the cart.
Oh, I thought we.
Because we had 2 rooms. We had basically a male room and a female at the tavern.
Oh.
So we had the 2 rooms.
You know what? Sam actually turns into a rat and avoids you. Not dealing with this right now.
But does he hear what she said to Kovek if he was at
Yes.
the tavern?
Yes,
Right.
he would have.
So she goes and finds Thalai.
If I am still, I can finish in peace.
No, you
I
can't.
think for the good of all, you should finish in
I'll,
peace.
I'll finish in peace and basically stand up, I guess, as Storm arrives.
Thalai.
I'd give that alleyway 5 minutes.
No, it was in the bushes outside of town, thank you very much. I have some class
Kept
and
being
dignity.
fussed. Kept being fussed. She runs, finds you, goes, Thalai!
He's not dressed yet, though, mind you. He's just done his business.
She doesn't care. She's.
I know. What? What? I'm not awake.
Okay, but you have to be. We need to get to the chapel right away. Also, have you seen Sam?
No.
Okay, I'll fix that problem in a minute. Okay. Wait.
Do I have to go right now, or can I get
Yes!
dressed first?
Get dressed first. Probably good. I get told off for
Yes.
being naked. You get told off for being naked. Is probably better.
I'm getting dressed. Just
Okay.
Let me be.
While you get dressed, I'm going to tell you. Okay, there is a problem. Thimbulfingers is not here. He is gone.
All right. Hearing Thimbulfingers not here, he just puts on his pants and just runs.
Wait, God!
And his hammer. He just puts his pants on, grabs the hammer, and just runs. He does
If you
not
see
listen to
Sam,
anything else.
tell him to let me know.
He's not listening. Just spitting. Like, it's not even tied up properly, the pants. It's just like, it's half undone. He's kind of like putting it up with one hand, and he's got the hammer in the other, just running.
Just holding the drawstrings.
Yeah, he'll finish tying it up when he's actually there.
Storm does like one more once over the town, going, Sam, where are you? Sam, it's really important. If you're an animal right now, could you please let me know? Sam!
You hear a voice inside your head. What?
Oh,
I
Sam!
can hear you.
Meet at the chapel!
Fine.
And she yells, Make
That's
it
good
snappy,
sounding.
we have a problem! She's yelling in the middle of the town to herself. No one else can hear Sam in her head.
Wait, does that mean that you have literally become the crazy cat lady?
Oh, God.
Yes! Okay. After all that shenanigans, she eventually heads back into the chapel. Althea's in hand. We have a problem!
I'm not there yet. I didn't realize that we had an escapee, so I'm taking my time to get dressed.
You know that Grim Garrosh is a big deal, though.
Yes, but I'm still going to get dressed. I'm not an animal.
Right.
Also, you didn't provide any
Oh,
context.
Well, fuck you, Kovek.
When Thalai turns up, Mug will just like see him come through and just hold out one of the second tankard and go, breakfast beer.
Just he doesn't question it. He doesn't even look at
2
it. He
minutes.
just skulls it.
And I finish off the dregs of the other one and put both empties aside.
And I just look at the merchant.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize that face very well.
Do I know that it was the merchant that my armor on fire, like with the heat metal now? Did anyone tell me
No.
it was him?
No,
Okay.
you
He's
have no
very-
idea.
He's very lucky then.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
So, bard, not bard, bard merchant. But merchant also bard. So bard is bard, but bard not that bard, bard other bard.
Bardception.
Just not.
Hey, Ash, you did this.
I did.
All I
There's
know.
several layers of bard.
All I know. This not the Thimbulfingers.
No. This.
Oh
Stefan.
no, wait! To lie, it gets worse. It gets way worse. The one time I pay attention in history class is the one thing I remember.
Just tell me. Don't stop, embellish. Just tell.
Okay, you
What?
know,
Hey.
Grim Garrosh. Grim Garrosh.
All right. Well, I
You
do.
know Grim Garrosh. You know Grim Garrosh quite well.
Oh, okay.
He is accredited to being the reason why your tribes, the Goliaths, are separated across multiple mountains. He basically
Oh.
started a civil war between your people, one that has never fully healed.
Who would think that Goliaths could hold a grudge?
I mutter. I guess we would something trickster or something, or basically the equivalent of that fucking dickhead trickster, and I will just say that in giant, and just.
I
So,
don't understand
what's about
big
him?
growling.
What's about him?
yeah,
Oh,
who
there.
is Grim Garrosh?
I mean, no, but why does it matter?
Oh yeah.
I know who.
I don't know actually. I just you can ask Mug. No wait, we should wait. She's still got the ears in her head. We should wait until Kovek is. Where is Kovek? Where is Sam?
At that moment the door swings open. I hustle in.
She got you before me. How did I beat you here?
I had to iron my clothes. Come on.
I told you it was urgent.
And
What
then
is
you
wrong
will
with
just
you,
realize that
Kovek?
Kovek is like barely dressed, no
You mean
shoes,
the
no
lie.
shirt.
Lie.
Sorry, yeah, the lie, and he's just like staring at you like, what?
I look. I was told there was an issue regarding the late.
Look at him!
It was an emergency, Kovek.
Ah, Blue. You want long version, short version?
Hey,
You cut out there for the start. What was that?
always the long version.
Ah,
Book open.
Do we have
Quilt
time for
already?
the long version?
so we know get Thimblefinger, bad bard. Stefan make look like Thimblefinger. We get Stefan. Stefan merchant, but also bard. Stefan work Thimblefinger. Stefan not in charge. Thimblefinger work Grimgarosh. Thimblefinger not in charge. Grimgarosh giving order to Thimblefinger. Mug question. Stefan mind, get answer. Now need know what to.
You can read minds.
Yeah? Mug awesome.
Neat.
Just alright. Kill?
But Grimgarush is returned. Do I know? Can I? I know that Alice rolled a nat 20, but can I also make it check just in case I recall anything more than she does?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to try it. I don't. 11.
Storm will regale you with Grimgarush.
It's all good. I will take furious notes and I go, yes. Okay, we need to go back to the Xel'nari.
So
Yeah, we have a really
why
big problem.
Grimgarosh bad?
Oh, he is the one that kind of started big problems with lot of places, but also is the reason why Xel'nari begin to stop his nonsense. And he should be dead along with Esgarim.
Yes.
Asgarin is a name you definitely recognize.
Rin or Rim?
Rin.
Rin. I
All
read
right,
it
yeah.
as Rim.
Would Mug recognize that name?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty much everyone knows that name. Not necessarily his generals, but Asgarin was very well known across the lands.
What was
He
demon,
was
a devil?
a greater demon, capable, who basically nearly annihilated the world.
Ash, just asking for just clarification. So he's a demon, right?
Correct.
Is the I guess the mythology the setting similar to other D&D settings where there's the blood wars between devils and demons, or is it just demons in our setting?
There are devils, but no blood wars.
Okay. Was just curious. Oh, good. Yep.
Okay.
So the stories you would know is that the Knights of Providence, who formed together to make the Xel'nari, were the ones who stopped Asgrin at the Battle of 1,000 Blades. They were the ones who managed to slay him and supposedly put an end to all of his generals, thus ending the War of Sorrow. It was then when they decided that because of all the war and chaos and animosity between people and hatred and conflict, that they would form the Xel'nari to police bringing back a form of peace and organization and understanding to the world. To which they were quite successful in doing so until more recent years, where borders have grown. What once was enough resources for everyone is no longer so, and tensions are starting to rise again.
So too are the demons.
So that is common knowledge to most people.
We have to go. We have to go right now. We have to go right now. Let's go. There's no time for anything else. Just grab this guy, get any essentials or supplies we need, and go.
We need to go home immediately.
Yes.
How far is... Well, where is Xel'nari big place?
So
We could get there in 3 days if we take the light roads. Maybe a bit faster if we really push the horses. We have, between the cart horses and the other horses, we could easily keep swapping them out to keep up the pace if need be. The horses won't thank us for it, but we could probably, I reckon we could cut it down to maybe 2.5 days if we really push it.
Mug can explain things to horses. Mug awesome.
I feel like
Apparently.
Sam would object at this point and be like, that's my thing.
But
Yeah.
he's not
Sa- sounds awesome too, so that's my thing, but okay, whatever.
So Xel'nari need know that old foe still may be there.
yes.
They then give help catch Thimbulfinger in Auckland.
Yes. They probably would have helped anyway, but this will add a far greater urgency to any assignments.
Then need make sure Stefan not escape.
Yes.
Definitely.
Maybe you get promotion.
Maybe I keep my job. Let's go!
You think they let you investigate, or they give to important people?
We
This
don't
is
know,
above
but it
us.
doesn't matter. We should tell them immediately. It's more important that they
Yes.
know. We can worry
Let's
about the
go.
little detail later.
I will now pick up Stefan and not gently carry him out.
Just, over your shoulder.
Oh no, under the arm. He doesn't get the benefit of resting comfortably on the shoulder. He is under the arm being squeezed.
Bang his head on every door frame.
No. Look, it'll happen once as an accident.
And then twice deliberately.
No. Like, because he doesn't want to rough him up too much. Like, there'll be the accident one. He'll just be like half-hearted. Sorry.
It's fine. Cure light wounds will get rid of any scars or bruises.
But he'll just, once we get to the cart, he'll just throw him into there. I guess someone get the horses. Someone find Sam.
I feel like he pops out from his mouse form or rat form, and he's like, "I'm just here.
I'm
Been
here."
here the whole time. Hello. Hey. Surprise. Woo."
Sam's so indifferent to so much of our nonsense.
Also, he's going to have some catching up to do.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
he will.
Audie has, oh boy.
Poor Audie.
It's his own fault. How dare he have a life?
I know, right?
Alright,
Not
anyway.
bad.
On the road.
Roll out.
First of all, this is the first time you're properly actually having a look inside the cart, as Thalai did kind of plop his
Before we
way in
go-
there and fall asleep.
Storm makes a real quick pit stop to the blacksmith.
Okay.
Your priorities are terrible. But okay.
She wants her bombs back.
Alright, so to the blacksmith first then.
You know what? She's still got the ears in hand. She hasn't had a reason to put them down. They're kind of entertaining. They're fun. They're wibbly wobbly.
A gruff, dark-skinned gentleman is working away in there. You can see that he, despite the fact that the day is quite young, he has already covered himself in a bit of ash from the forge. It seems he's been up fairly early himself, working away.
She walks, she sort of runs up, and then as she gets close, she's like, "Oh," puts them in her pocket. Keeping those for later. They're fun, kind of fun. And she saunters up. She actually bolts up and kind of just stops and "Good morning."
He doesn't even turn around. He's still working away at hammering at some iron in front of him. Morning to you. What'll it be?
I have a really, really important question. Not a lot of time. I need a really small, non-flammable box. Do you have one? But not really, really small. Not teeny tiny, but about this big. I need to hold something that might be flammable.
You can hear just a smack. Stops for a bit, falls down, and turns. And you can see on his face, he's got quite a thick, bushy beard, thick mustache as well, and a scar over his eye. It seems that he has been in some kind of fight at some point.
Storm also has a scar
Kind of
across one eye.
Looks you over. The kind of demeanor to him makes you think that at some point in his life he has been a soldier, though clearly retired now. He looks you over for a bit and non-flammable box.
Yeah.
Sure, I think I got something in the back.
Okay.
Give me a moment. And as he goes into the back, you can hear him calling out, "Sir, you travelled a lot. What the blazes are you?"
I am a cat.
Strangest looking cat I ever seen. Never seen one talk.
Well,
Once when I had some of those shrooms, but that was a different story.
okay, I don't know what the word for what I am is in your language, okay? From where I'm from, I am Mwahua.
I ain't even gonna try that.
That's fair.
This should do. And he comes back out and he has a box about yay large. It seems to be a lockbox.
Is it heavy?
It ain't gonna be light if you want it flame resistant. It's not too heavy. It's not a particularly thick metal. There is a bit of wood reinforcement on the inside, but the outside is covered by metal.
She takes it and inspects it. So it's gonna be cumbersome. This is kind of stupid Kovek. Okay.
I assume you need it to protect some stuff, so strong box is the best way to go.
Yeah. I got in trouble for carrying explosives in my bag with apparently things that would make them go off.
Not gonna acknowledge that one.
They were confiscated until I could find a safe way to store them. So I'm here to get a box that's not fire.
Yeah, look, honestly,
A
the
book.
less I know, the better. That'll be 5 silver.
Oh, okay, I have that! She puts the box down, takes out her bag, and starts ruffling all the way down to the bottom. No, that's a copper. Another copper. Oh, what's silver? Okay. No, copper. And she does it for the next 5 minutes before she eventually pulls out 5 silver. Goes, okay! Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough. Pleasure doing business with you. Anything else you need, or?
No, but wait 1 second. Ties up her bag, puts it on her back, runs for a second, comes back. A flower for you.
He stares for like a good 10 seconds with very awkward silence
She just holds it. waiting
before
for him
he
to take it.
realizes that you're not going to back off, and he accepts it.
Thank you. You have been a complete gentleman this morning. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day. This is mine now. Bye! She runs off with her box. Kovek! Kovek! Kovek!
Storm, we've been waiting. Where have you been?
I found the box!
Just get out.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting. But can I have my explosives back now?
Once we're moving,
That doesn't seem safe.
giddy up.
Also, did we find anything cool in the wagon?
Sorry, I derailed. My bad.
Yes, while we were waiting,
gotta
we
look
can
through
search the wagon.
So inside you find what seems to be a 3-stacked bunk bed on one side of the cart. Tucked away in a corner, roped off in a net, is what seems to be a small, not a very large one, a small harp, as well as a brain has gone dead. Herb.
Oboe?
Yeah, Oboe, thank you. They both seem to be finely crafted and well made. Inlaid with the oboe is inlaid with gold filigree, and the harp has quite nice silver detailing upon it.
Very nice.
To one side, or to the other side, there is a small desk, and upon it is some whittler's tools. It seems that one of them, you don't know which one particularly, has been quite good at crafting these instruments themselves, and has been working on it on the road. You do remember seeing the setup underneath in his hideout of similar sets. Hanging up onto one corner is a large hooded lantern that also seems quite well crafted. It seems that they didn't spare any expenses on their stuff in here. The beds themselves have got some nice furs and linen sheets. Apart from that, though, the place is fairly bare. Tucked away to the side of the table is a small line of cabinets and a barrel underneath that seems to house their rations and herbs and spices and food. But other than that, that is all that is within it.
I'm just going to cast a quick detect magic to make sure that nothing in here is dangerous.
You do not detect any magic within it.
Excellent.
But does the harp talk to him?
No, she suffered enough.
You killed my brother.
I'll kill you too.
Well, you can stop harping on about it. So, use a animal friendship spell to get on the horse's good side. Give them a couple extra carrots, and just sort of get them friendly and ready to go.
Yep, they seem quite eager. They seem quite well-mannered, in fact, that they will take kindly to most people.
That's good. Okay.
Now, does anyone know how to drive?
Sam can drive.
Okay.
While we're in the back and we're like just beginning to get underway, first off, I will examine Sam's box, Storm's box that she's just bought, and go, acceptable. I'll crack it open, pull out the 2 explosive packets from the bag of holding, insert them in gingerly.
As you open it up, you see that inside are 2 keys.
Ah,
In the chest.
fair enough.
Why you get metal box?
Because
What are these
she's
doing in here? They're not meant to be there. Put them in my bag.
to lock the box if you wish to lock it.
Oh, right. It's a locked box.
I'll put the 2 explosives in the box. I'll close it and I'll say, there, now it's safe. Mug, she was carrying around the potential for a devastating explosion on her back with absolutely no regard to safety.
Why not just wrap in leather?
See, Mug is so smart. Why didn't we just do that? I could have done that. That would have been so much lighter and would have probably not cost me as much, you know? Although it was kind of fun to be able to give away my money.
So I have some things for you.
Duh?
Had a quick chat with Sam and a few other people, and we've come to the conclusion that these will suit you best. I will pull out the small ring with the bird motif on it and the finely made slippers and hand them both over to you.
I appreciate the shoes, but I'm pretty sure they won't fit me.
If you spend enough time with them, they'll expand.
What do they do?
They grant you a tactile purchase on most surfaces, including walls.
It gives you sticky feet.
I mean, I usually can just expand size to reach most things. I don't know of me being able to... Because if I stand on a wall, they're suddenly out flying in the middle of the room. That's not really going to help me, is it? These actually might be more suitable. Because then you can actually gain height
For who?
advantage.
Sorry?
Kovek.
Me?
Duh.
Well,
It's possible.
And what's the ring do?
you are... I've seen you spar. You are very, very good at standing your ground and absorbing hits, but in the times when you need to get out of the way, I find that you struggle.
I am not dexterous, that's true.
The ring will grant you a few opportunities for supernatural dexterity, should the moment or extreme danger call for it.
Okay. Well, that one will actually be useful, and he'll just... Like, he'll put it on his pinky, because it's the only finger that actually it might fit on. And even then, like, it probably stops at, like, the knuckle. You can't actually get it on any deeper, it's just like... Well, hopefully this one goes, too.
So you have the Ring of Evasion. I rolled for it this morning. It had 1 charge when we got it, and I rolled for it this morning, so it now has 2 charges.
Okay, I will make sure it spent 1 charge, yep.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm keeping the
yeah, because, like, sure, being able to climb up on walls and ceilings is useful. The fact that most of the time, if someone's out of my reach, then...
He go big.
Mug, have question.
Yes?
If someone attack with sword, who you want not to be hit?
Me.
Then if you on wall or roof, not hit with sword.
That's true.
Can you read book upside down?
Yes. It's quite fun, actually.
Then you're fine.
All right.
Alright, Ash, I guess I'll spend the next hour kissing on the ring.
Same. I will attune to the slits, to the slippers and spider climbing.
I appreciate your kitty biscuits, but they hurt.
Anything else you will have to give me, Kovek? Any chance?
We do have
Gold.
golden jewels amounting to 250 gold pieces. However, I saw no reason for us to successfully split this equally. So we will have a chat with Brindle upon our return. I'm sure she can provide a fair exchange.
So, wait,
No,
how
no-
much money you find?
no silver or copper.
Oh, right, yes, of course. I will pull-
I was
pull that
waiting.
out.
I was waiting.
Okay.
How much was it? That was 96 silver, 164.
Blue.
Yes?
I thought contract said Mug get half, Xel'nari get half.
I beg your pardon?
You sign paper. Read paper.
Oh, I guess I should give half of this over to Mug then, shouldn't I? And I'll start opening up the purse she just gave me and start counting.
Mug, I'm going to have a very sincere conversation with you, and I hope that this is appreciated.
Mm?
My immediate instinct upon hearing this was to attempt to hoodwink or otherwise bamboozle you, as that is well within my power.
You think you hoodwink Mug?
However, that is not what the foundation of a healthy business arrangement is built upon. It was my intent when drafting this contract for any finances obtained between the five of us would be shared evenly between the five of us. Unfortunately, I am not as proficient in contract writing as I am in spellcraft, and it seems that this particular detail was overlooked. I would like to amend this portion of the contract to make it fair for all five of us. Does that sound agreeable to you?
So you want Mug make less, Xel'nari make more?
I want us all to make the same amount, because that is what's fair.
Maybe you give Mug something to make Mug happy.
Would you like a flower? I can get you flowers.
What do I have? Hang on a sec. I pull open my surprisingly bulky and cumbersome bag. I pull out a jar of blueberry jam, some oil flasks. I have so much weird stuff. Can you speak Draconic, Mug?
No, never taught speak lizard.
To disregard that.
Well, Mug have question.
Yes?
You like Mug?
I do like Mug, yes.
You think Mug smart? You think Mug dumb?
I think that all of my associates have great intelligence, but just in different fields.
Good answer. Not answer question.
Yes, Mug, I believe you to be intelligent, otherwise you wouldn't have noticed my mistake.
Continue.
I will pull out from my bag the green potion.
What this do?
This is, by my own approximation, poison.
Why Xel'nari have poison?
It was obtained as part of our adventures and dealings, and it would ideally be used in combat against those intending us harm. If you were to apply it to a weapon, it would be able to deal a rather potent kick in addition to a weapon strike.
Mug not want use poison.
It's not used. It hasn't been used yet.
Yeah, but why Mug accept gift not use?
Because none of us use weapons that stab or slash. It just hasn't come up.
So
But
for
mine
you,
already
gift
poisoned
worthless.
Yes.
How about this? Next time, get treasure. Mug get first choice. Then split evenly. And we changed contract.
Could be really bad.
Maybe bad.
Ah,
I was going to say,
But
Kovek,
better
I
than
mean,
Mug get 50% of everything.
on top of that, he hasn't really led us astray so far.
Yeah,
fine.
it's like
Mug tell you about threat to entire world.
That is true. Fine. You make a compelling argument. I will lay down the paper, conjure a quill, and with Mug next to me, I'm going to dust the feather end of the quill over the objectable portion, and you just see the ink just erase itself in one fluid motion, and then I will put in appropriate words to indicate that it's all being shared equally.
pardon me.
And Mug will initial that with his finger again.
Okay. Right.
Also, right up here, Sam. We need to go right on this path. Up.
Yeah, no worries, whatever.
Okay. Well, now that is that sorted, I have some homework to do, and I'm going to
Oh,
take
man.
a seat at the desk, wipe away all the tools, put down papers, and just start doing stuff.
Ash, for a bit of perspective, how long has the Xel'nari been around? So, how long ago were these demons in force?
Approximately 2,000 years.
Oh, so countless generations.
Yes.
So there's no one alive who would have had personal dealings with them
No.
that we... Yeah.
Hence why knowledge of the generals and that is kind of lost a bit to the ages. I mean, Asgarin is well known enough that will stay around, but the people who really only know about the generals are the ones who their tribes or people were directly affected by them.
Okay.
And it's all
So
passed
to
down by
use-
stories.
So you use a sort of a pop culture comparison. We'd know of Sauron, but not the name of the actual Nazgul.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, oh yeah, we know about Genghis Khan. I'm sure he had generals, but
Yeah.
Like jazz.
Cool.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to do on the road?
Storm collects flowers and decorates the cart.
I was going to say, we're not stopping.
Yeah.
We've
I
done
mean,
We
some
have
this
we
week.
have
go
a
at speed.
team. I was to say we have a team of like 3 horses we can swap out as well, like additional three horses.
The 2 horses for the wagon were actual draft horses, whereas the other ones are riding horses, so it may not be as...
But the riding horses can give the draft horses a bit of a rest at the very
Yeah.
least. Might not travel as fast, but nonetheless,
Yeah, but
we're
the
not
animals
stopping.
still have to sleep at some point.
Yeah, at night.
That's
so
what
do
I'm
we.
saying. So at night when we stop,
Well, we can
she
sleep in
picks
the cart.
flowers, and then
Yeah.
during the day she decorates the cart with the flowers.
And with the Ring of Evasion, I now have attunement slots.
Sorry?
I don't have any attunement slots.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, the Stone of Good Luck that I got for winning the thing back at Xel'nari, the animated shield you found, and now the Ring of Evasion. So there was no way I could have taken the slippers anyway because they required attunement.
Yeah, fair enough. I now only have 1 slot left. I've got the Amulet of Health and the slippers.
I knew I should have been an artificer.
A Goliath artificer, that would have been hilarious.
Oh no, I'd be a gnome artificer. sacrificer just to risk the nomicide.
Oh my goodness. Don't say it too loud, Kit might hear us.
I was gonna say you'll summon Kit.
Yeah, I was wondering why we didn't have so many hydrates tonight.
No, that's Grey.
And Fezzik.
And Fezzik. Fezzik is not well. That is why Fezzik's not here.
It's a shame.
And Grey is tired from work. Oh, God.
There we go. There's Kit.
Kit's always lurking. Always
lurking, Mike Wazowski.
Twitch is like, did I hear nomicide? I heard gnomes breathing. That must stop. So yes, you spend your time on the road, making good time. With the added benefit of the horse is quite fond of you, thanks to Mug's interactions and Sam's quite high rolls for animal handling as well, to encourage them along.
I was going to say I would also offer assistance with.
Not a problem. So you're making good time. You probably get there in just under 3 days.
Okay.
That's impressive.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
You have.
I'm going to change across to the map screen so people can see the map. Do you want to do a little, like...
I was literally about to do it. Little line.
Of where we've traveled to.
So
Where did we start?
So
We
I think
did a big
that was
U-shape.
here. We were
You're
here.
currently traveling this way.
So initially we did a big U shape down from the Xel'nari, down again across to the
Antioch.
chapter to the merchant town, and then back over again.
Actually, there is a bit
What?
of a detour off here.
Oh, because that's where the temple was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Which is
there,
Just
then
not
back to that. So we went to that town
Okay.
first, then the temple, then back there. Then that was the first village. Antioch, second village, third village.
We've done a nice round tour of the area.
Cool.
Reminded everyone that the Xel'nari is.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the name of the city that the Xel'nari are headquartered in?
It is the Xel'nari castle.
okay.
There is no city or anything. The castle itself is basically a large fortress for training and everything. There is a small kind of shanty town out the front. Not necessarily shanty. It is well established, but they don't really establish themselves as a separate entity. They kind of are part of
It's
one and
like
the same.
the town of the Xel'nari.
So like the support workers and
Yeah,
that sort
so
of thing.
all the staff and stuff that work
Yeah.
within the castle and stuff live out there as well.
And like merchants and stuff like that.
And tavern workers and stuff for
And
people traveling through.
and-
As most of the general populace is not allowed within the castle walls. Only traveling diplomats are.
But we're special.
So, along your way, you have got a prisoner who requires food and drink.
And being kept intoxicated the entire time.
Mm-hmm. So, when do you feed him the first ale? Because I need to make a saving throw for him.
The morning, I guess.
'Cause
So just keep him
you
buzzed
are-
all day.
You are poisoning him. Ethanol is a toxin.
Yes, but it's better than being punched in the face every day.
Yeah. As soon as you put it to his lips, he tries to pull away.
I'm holding him.
Yeah, and as soon as the goose slowly oozes out into his mouth, you can see him coughing and spluttering and trying to pull it away from his mouth. Just what the crap is that?
Are we going to get done for war crimes by waterboarding someone with alcoholic custard?
Alcoholic custard.
What a way to go!
He starts spitting it out.
I will cast Prestidigitation and I will make it taste like custard.
He still continues to try and spit it out. He gets a
Ash?
feeling you're trying to poison or something.
The moment he tries the second time, I clamp over his mouth, so he doesn't have an opportunity to spit it out.
Okay. After a few moments of his struggling, he eventually is forced to swallow or lack breathing.
Yeah, I'll also a bit of telepathic command going. It's not going to kill you. Just keep you sleepy for a bit.
After he finally coughs up a little bit, after having to swallow it, is oh god, what is this? What is that stuff? And you can already hear that his tongue is kind of like swelling in his mouth of sorts. He's unable to speak properly.
Kovek, I thought you were going to get sleeping.
There's no apothecary in town. This is really powerful booze.
I just look at this guy.
For all intents and purposes, it smells and tastes like custard right now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, me too! If you're going to do it, me too! She's like,
He has the fortitude for this. I
will pass the rest of it back to Kovek.
wait,
Okay.
what's that supposed to
Just
mean?
to make sure I don't drop it, and then just because I got a bit on my finger like this weird alcoholic sludge, and just go. Well, it smells like custard now, so.
What's that
It
supposed
also
to
tastes
mean? Oh,
like custard, apparently, so I can't even tell you what it's meant to taste like.
Kovek, that's not fair. I am very constitution.
If you could imagine it, you have just put something in your mouth that both equally tastes and feels like custard, but also has that burning sensation as if you've just drank like
Fire whiskey?
It's like egg.
yeah, fire whiskey mixed with motor oil.
Oh god.
So Sambuca.
So Ash, do I need to make?
It is like
It's like advocate.
Do I need to make that Constitution saving throw?
no, not for a tiny little bit like that. No.
Well, I think that's gonna get me a kick, and then I'll actually take a proper sip this
Oh
time.
yeah, you can feel a bit of a buzz. Now I'll get you to make that constitution.
So I'll take an actual sip.
You can feel as soon as it hits your lips, despite the fact that it tastes like custard, it's got a kick to it. It's
That's
the strongest you've ever had.
So that's a 14 on the dice for a total of 22.
Alright. It's got a kick, like, oh god. And its aftertaste is kind of,
Oh yeah, you can't disguise the aftertaste.
oh no, there's
No,
still
I
a bit of custard taste to there, but it's that burning, yeah, just deep in your belly, all the way up your throat. And yeah, you wear it fine. It's good.
I look over at Joseph.
Gives you
the
that nice
merchant.
buzz.
How's he faring?
You mean Stefan?
He's kind of Stefan.
Oh, Stefan,
He's,
sorry.
he's kind of just like rolling slightly a bit on the floor, just like. I
We'll
assume you haven't
see.
gagged him back up.
We should now at this point, yes.
Storm is going.
Maybe not. He looks like he can't hold. Might throw it up. We don't want him to suffocate when he's on
Storm's
spiel.
gonna try and sneak a finger dip.
With a finger dip, you'll be fine. It's strong.
Okay, hang on. Storm also has a plus 3 to Constitution. Her Constitution's actually pretty good. Surprisingly
Col-
for how small she is.
Kovek, I think he's just weak. This is just got a bit of a kick, but otherwise it's fine. And I'll
Well,
just give back the thing to him.
Storm's dunked her finger and licked her and go, little lightheaded, but kind of delicious.
Well, try it after my prestidigitation is worn off, and I'll just cancel that part of the spell.
Then I'll take another sip.
Yeah, it's like advocate mixed with guineas.
Good times.
Now that
How
sounds like
about-
tasty.
Alright,
When
we
we
all
have Stefan over, we all drink that to celebrate.
There is a slight, now that the taste of custard is gone, taste of caramel within it, though.
Oh, is that caramel?
I'm not sure.
It does.
There's caramel in there.
I also get taste of caramel.
But I will say this has a similar kick to what is it? Fermented mammoth. That's a strong shit.
I will take your word for it, and I'm glad
If we ever find our ways back to my tribe's homeland for whatever reason, you do need to try that. And you will note that this is the only time Elias actually ever said anything about his homeland to anyone. The
Mug
only
also
time he's ever said anything.
get out a piece of paper and draw with his finger, going, "Try fermented mammoth." He folds up the piece of paper.
Well,
It's like I don't know what the word would be here, because I think there are people who do it with horses, like they call it like a kvass or something, but we just call it just mammoth milk. We ferment it and make sure it becomes alcoholic, but
Oh,
we don't.
milk. I thought you meant you get the mammoth and put it in a big jar.
No. The
And then you just cut strips off. Okay.
I mean, submersing mammoth meat in alcohol, letting it stew for a bit, and then letting it dry out into some kind of jerky or something could be delicious, mind you. But no, we get a pregnant mammoth, milk it, and we ferment the milk. It's good for keeping you very winter. Yeah, the winters up in the mountains are
Helps
freezing.
keep you regular.
It's it will freeze your dick off if you're not careful.
Takes out piece of paper, crosses out "try fermented mammoth," folds it up, and puts it in his pocket.
I will say that Storm's probably giggling in a corner while she puts the flowers away, because although her, puts flowers up, 'cause although she has a good constitution, she doesn't drink. So
Judy.
You get the imagine after tasting this that Igor has at some point just decided to combine whatever the strongest stuff he's got as well as whatever was else on the counter, and just call it his special brew.
Okay.
does the job.
Well, Salai, I'm glad I bought as much as I did. I was unsure of your precise alcoholic proclivities, but I did get a few extra, and I'll pull out.
I'll just take one.
Yes, I'll pull out like one corked bottle and just hand that over to you for your
So
own.
I guess one bottle of port, Igor's special.
brew.
Uh-huh.
And meanwhile, on the floor, Stefan's kind of like, like sticking his tongue out and just like feeling it as if it's swollen.
I don't think
Yeah.
he'll be doing anything, at least for the rest of the day. We'll just
No.
and I guess, for as long as it lasts, and then I guess if he starts to sober up, we'll then give him a little bit more and just
Keep him
You
down.
know, a spoonful of medicine.
Uh-huh. nice, healthy, perpetual.
But at the same time,
After
we'll make sure he does have at least some food, and we don't want him to dehydrate
Uh-huh.
or starve.
He seems happy in his own little world at the moment.
So I'm sure if we present water or soup to his mouth, he'll just go along with it.
Storm will
Also-
also make him a flower crown. He's still sporting a moustache and big eyes, by the way. Unless someone's cleaned that off his face.
If
I probably
Mug
would.
knows bards, and Mug does know bards, they all have a tolerance for alcohol. Each and every one of them.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that
rest
should
of
be an
it-
alternate rule for the bard class. You can trade in something else for like advantage on con saves versus
You
alcohol.
could use one of your inspiration.
You can't use it on yourself.
No, but as in, like, you give up one of your inspirations to give
Ah,
yourself
okay, yeah,
advantage. Yeah.
Just play a dwarf and have advantage on poison checks.
Actually,
rest of
yeah,
your-
dwarven bard.
The rest of your travels go without a hitch, and it's about midday before you see the top spires of the Xel'nari castle rising in the distance. Yes.
I would have recast Wisteria.
Yes.
Hi, Fidget.
She's in a playful mood and she's attacking my hand. She's so cute.
You see the spires rising in the distance, and it's not long before you can hear the hustle and bustle of the town below. And as you approach ever closer, you can hear the sound of blades clashing and small puffs of explosions. It seems that training is happening in the fields. It's very familiar sounds.
I have missed this.
Thought I'd word that deliberately to put you on edge.
Yes.
No, very familiar sounds to you.
It is good to be
Duh.
As you're approaching down the road, you actually see 4 Xel'nari members. These guys are in the official uniforms. They seem to be of higher rank than yourselves, heading in the opposite direction to you. They are also on horseback.
Okay.
Storm
Make
waves
sure
at
to
them.
move the cart like a bit over to make sure they have room past us if need be.
They don't seem to acknowledge you. Like, other than like a generalized greeting as passing by people, they don't acknowledge you as Xel'nari members.
Well,
Just
we're not
wearing
wearing
a
any
uniform.
uniform or anything.
Yes.
Just what colour are the uniforms? Just to know what I'm getting into here.
Blue, white, and gold.
Works for me.
So, in the back of the wagon, Mug changes his clothing to look like the Xel'nari uniform and go, would this be bad?
I did include it in our contract not to impersonate an Xel'nari official.
But Mug not say is just look like. If other people believe, then they stupid.
Well, no, because technically then you are creating the impersonation and the impression that you are a Xel'nari agent.
And swap the color combos.
So it's gold with blue trim.
Okay, maybe
That
not.
is a bit obnoxious.
Changes back to normal armor.
That's gonna be fun.
Fun.
Okay.
You approach the outskirts of town and head within. There is some market vendors available here as well if you do wish to peruse before heading into the city itself, the castle
Nope.
itself.
We
Nope.
can peruse later.
Find barter right now.
Get prisoner under someone else's responsibility as soon as possible.
How is prisoner going on day?
3.
He is in another world. Of sorts.
He's sourced.
He's also sporting a flower crown, a charcoal moustache that's probably smudged to smithereens, and fake glasses also smudged to smithereens.
Kovek, can you do something about the drawn in his face?
Yes.
Also, at some point, he has relieved himself.
Sure, would have just taken him out to pee at some point.
I think
Sure. If you knew that he was going to.
Yeah, good point.
he's that slosh. He's not going to tell us.
He just
He's just going to
went.
go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And probably
I'll-
giggled about it incessantly.
Every time I smelled it, I can use precipitation to clean. It's like,
Oh,
quite literally, it says I can clean an area. Hang on.
Yeah, you can use prestidigitation.
Unsoiled.
It says I can make it be unsoiled, literally.
Check out this
Aw.
cat. Check it. She's just sleeping on the box.
Oh.
Look, we're just pulling a JK Rowling by just stating we can go into the toilet to clean up after ourselves. It's fine.
Don't stop.
Jeez, what a tell with it.
Yes, so we go inside and find Barter with him.
As you approach the city gates, the castle gates, you are stopped for a moment by 2 guards, who kind of look you over and just go,
Oh, hi!
"Not in uniform."
We're
We didn't get
back!
them yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, it's been some time since your inauguration. You should have your uniforms by now.
We left immediately after inauguration. It was an ordeal.
Yes, we saw you go. Suppose it is your first time back. That is fair. Come on in. What do you have to report?
Oh, would you like a
Oh,
flower
so
crown?
much. If you could call for barter, please, while we get the horses situated.
Of course. We'll summon her immediately.
It's urgent. Would you like a flower crown? She had a lot of time to make flower crowns, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You can have a flower crown, and you can have a flower crown, and you can have a flower crown.
Oh god.
One of them dashes off
Look at
to
that face.
summon.
Look at it, she's so cute. Sorry.
As you were bringing the cart and horses into the stables, it's about 10 minutes before Butter arrives. You can see that she looks a little bit more disheveled than normal.
Oh,
Slightly like she's been worrying.
Storm immediately runs up to her, gives her a hug, actually no, she runs up to her, stops like way too close, puts a crown on her head, and then hugs her really tight. We're home!
Different to her normal stoic demeanor, she grabs Storm into a big hug and like lifts her bodily off the ground and just goes, "Oh, thank the devils!
Did
You're
you
all
get my
alive."
letter?
I did, but when you had not returned for so long, I was concerned.
We went on a mighty adventure. We need to go somewhere private. We have some really urgent information that is very troubling. Also, where's Cassie? Is she okay?
More on that later. Come, let's sit down and talk.
we also have firstly, and I just pick up and hoist.
Oh,
Charisma for
We
interrogation.
have a guest.
And we also have this one who is Mug, who has helped us with this investigation and should be part of this for debriefing.
Technically, we also have Thug, because Thug would have been with us too.
We didn't say we wouldn't know. Both times.
Yeah, did we leave Thug behind, or
I'm
did
just
Thug
gonna
just
say,
come with us?
Storm would not have left Thug behind.
Did he want to come with us?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
if
that would
Thug
be the
wanted to come.
difference. Did he want to come?
Someone forgot to talk to Thug.
Alice, we got to talk to them.
Yeah, let's see
I
if we
thought
got
it was
the Thug.
implied. I'm sorry.
It's never implied.
Well, she wouldn't have left without him.
We were
No.
in a kind of world-saving rush.
No, she wouldn't have left without talking to him. You can roll it she did, but she wouldn't have. She almost didn't leave the previous town without him. And it was only because people convinced her that it was more important we leave elsewise.
Fucking Storm side quest. Alright, well,
It's fine, just leave
I
it.
guess we will have to do a slight retcon and see how that interaction went then.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
So,
I just kind of assumed that Thog was with the cart.
No.
And that he didn't need to be involved with the conversation about the bard guy because he wouldn't have understood the
Ugh.
significance.
Assuming makes an ass out of you. Not me. I'm the DM.
Because I didn't forget about Thog, I just made assumptions and I shouldn't have.
So, how would your interaction with him go? To see if he will come along.
She would have found him in the morning, probably on her way back from the blacksmith.
Okay. So just before you guys are leaving. Mhm.
After the conversation and stuff. I don't know where
Oh.
he would have been.
He would have been at the tavern. Possibly still drinking
That's
through
fair.
the night.
He's got the coin, why not?
He looks at you as, furry friend, come drink.
Oh, I don't really have time for a drink. She walks in with
There's
her.
always time for drink. What you talking about? You wanted to learn the mercenary way. There's always time for drink. Come here, come on. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. And puts her box down. Watch this. Don't let it go anywhere, okay?
You can't. Okay.
She runs up to the counter, goes and gets a cup of milk. 1 milk, please.
1 copper.
She ruffles through the bottom of it. Oh, copper.
And Mug just gets up and just slams his mug against your small glass of milk.
Hey!
Hey, for a job well done, eh?
Yeah, she has a milk moustache.
Yeah, see, Fog not stopped the job. He couldn't find yous, but I knew you'd be coming through here. If I followed them, I knew I'd find yous. I thought you'd be making an ambush as well.
Yeah, you are really smart, Dog. Dog. I'm really proud of you.
Thog's awesome.
Yeah, Dog is awesome. Does Dog want to keep traveling with us?
Yeah, sure, why not? I got nothing better to do.
Oh, we are going to be heading back to the Xel'nari. Do you want to come with us?
Never seen the castle up close. Sure, why not?
It's pretty big. And there's lots of things to fight.
Now you're talking, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the smash stuff.
Yeah!
So you got some more work for me up there too? Or you reckon I could find some mercenary work up there?
Maybe. You could probably... You know, Dog. You could do a lot of work if you join the Xel'nari.
No.
You sure?
Nah, too much rules.
I don't know about you, but I don't really follow many rules.
Yeah, but it sounds like work. Fog don't like work. Fog prefer the freedom of the road and the blood of his enemies. And the ale.
I guess you could just be
Not so
Xel'nari
bad.
mercenary then. You could just come into town and take jobs that are on offer.
Works for
knows?
me.
Who knows?
Let's hit the road then.
Okay. Wait, I'll finish my milk first. Go.
Yay! And just chugs the ale. You notice that he has one of Igor's specials.
Hey!
Let's go! Oh wait, my
Let's
box.
go!
Kovek!
We've been waiting. What? You're bringing?
I got a
Yes.
box! Oh yeah, and Thug.
Hello, Thog.
Hello,
Are
friends.
you fully aware of the implications of you accompanying us?
He's just coming with us to the Xel'nari. He can always find different work when he gets there.
I'm here to punch shit if you need it punched.
Appreciated. Don't take the top bunk.
Fog, you ever punch a demon?
Not yet. First time for
You-
everything, though.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Then
I wanna
stick
punch.
with us.
I want to punch my way through the world.
Well, we can show you the world.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
We'll call him One Punch Orc.
I was going to go with bloody, messy, and painful.
Oh my
And-
gosh, we got another raid! Thank you,
Cadmus!
Cadmus. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
Oh, you made us super.
Oh, Shabazoo!
Fast forward back to the front.
Okay,
back to
I'm
the front
sorry.
side.
I'm sorry, that was my fault. I'm sorry. I'll try not to assume things in the future.
Good. Yes. Barda pulls you all aside. Joseph is taken by the Xel'nari guards and they...
Joseph?
No, call him Joseph.
It's Stefan! Kalam calls him Joseph
Fine.
once!
I
And
know. Stefan
To put it
is...
in perspective, there were as many non-Xel'nari in the party as there were Xel'nari.
Yes.
Was there? There was 4 of each?
No,
or
no.
Three and
Three.
4.
3 and
Ah,
4.
so nearly as many. Okay.
Yeah, almost. So, yes, Stefan is escorted away,
Mhm.
and put in shackles. Thog and Mug are led with you, with Barda, to a side room, where she closes the door and kind of looks over you all, and just, "Oh, come on in. It's been a while," and gives you all a big hug.
I am just as rigid as I was with the hug from Storm, and don't really reciprocate very much. Just like,
So,
You can see that Barda is kind of the same way. She's not really used to showing her emotions.
mhm.
for those that are new here, who or what is Barda?
Oh
So,
yeah! I'm so sorry. Barter is our mentor.
I was getting to that actually. Yes. So
but-
Barda is their mentor and trainer. To Storm, she is a motherly figure as well, in the fact that she helped Storm come into the Xel'nari.
Without revealing too much, Storm saved Barter's life, and then Barter repaid that by giving Storm a new life.
It's a story that they've heard the basic details of, but never the actual full story. Like,
Yep.
they just know that, yeah, apparently she saved her life. They don't know
And-
how or why or when or what.
And both Barter and Storm are rather vague about the story.
But Barda is also a veteran fighter here and a trainer. She teaches the initiates and has been this group's trainer all the way up for the last 3 years until their graduation, and is basically their point of reference at the moment.
I thought it was 4 years.
Yes, I know what I said.
And what race is she?
She is human.
Human. Okay.
And a fighter, I believe.
Yes, she is a fighter ranger, actually.
Okay.
She is quite a tall woman, standing at 6'8". Dark skin, kind of very gladiatorial style clothing, but slightly Amazon in style as well. And she regularly carries 2 longswords and a large sphere on her back. Not normally practicing the art of defense, normally just full-on offense. And she very much has a stoic, battle-hardened look to her. She has clearly seen a number of fights in her time. Which is why it is kind of odd how she is currently showing emotion to them, as they have never really seen that very much, other than Storm.
So Mug will just sort of line up at the back of the queue to get hugs, and then when she looks confused, go, "Me as Mug."
Pleasure, Mug.
Oh yeah, we made friends. This is Mug and this is Thug.
Are you... No, not brothers. I assume associates.
Actually,
Not
no,
related.
we picked them up in 2 completely different towns. It's kind of a long story, to be honest.
Yes,
Mug-
one that I'm hoping to hear.
Right, yeah.
Mug tells short version. Xel'nari steal Mug's shoes, then Mug signed contract to help.
Is that what
That's
happened?
short version.
No comment.
I don't remember this.
That's for the best.
But it kind of raises an eyebrow for a moment. Very well.
It's okay.
I can give you a more comprehensive elaboration on what has transpired, if you like.
Yes, Kovek, I am sure that you have got an entire transcript of it, but for the moment I would like a verbal version.
Of course.
Oh!
Well,
Speaking of transcript, Kovek, you owe Barda a book.
for your consideration later, and I just drop a on the desk.
Barda does not look even the slightest bit surprised by it.
Yes, I'll need some more paper later. Anyway, and I slide them
Did
aside.
you not grab like 10 boxes of paper in Antioch?
Yes, I did.
And you need more.
Yes.
Blue used many paper. But, Barda, Blue is not telling important thing. Tell about Grimgarosh.
Yes.
At that she... I'm sorry, what?
We have reason to suspect that an individual we were pursuing and foiling the schemes of may have an association to
Thimbulfingers.
Grimgarosh, and that he is not as dead as was originally believed.
And found out because Mug is awesome.
Mug is able to read minds.
She stands there for a moment, taking it all in. You have evidence that Grimgarosh is alive, or are you sure it is not someone who is a worshipper? We have dealt with cults and such before. Would-be followers.
It's kind of a bit complicated. So this is why we brought Mug, and this is why we have Stefan. Stefan is where the information came from, and Mug is how we got it. But
Mug was able to probe into Stefan's mind by way of magic.
So, what Mugs see, Thimblefinger Bard speak to someone more power, bigger, important. Then as leave, praise Grimgarosh. So, could be big man in cult, could be big man as big man.
But also there was more that you told me before. No?
Which part?
Did
that
you not
she
tell
seems to
us the rest
visibly-
of the things that you read from his mind?
Can't remember anything else about Grimgarosh.
Oh.
Okay. Just about Thimbulfingers and stuff.
That Thimbulfingers was the middleman?
No, it's okay. I think I'm remembering something else. It's all good.
Yeah.
At
was
this,
a
she
different
seems to
conversation, don't mind me.
visibly relax and go, well, seems just a cult. Unless you have any hard evidence that he could be, which I doubt very much, as he was slain thousands of years ago.
Well, if cult has power, where get power from?
There are many ways of getting power. Many ways of attempting to gain the powers of those who've fallen.
Kovek,
Most of them are fools and amount to little, but it seems that this one has at least some organization to it. Not the worst we've dealt with, though.
Kovek,
Yes?
did you find any books or anything in the cart?
I don't believe I did. Did I?
No.
Did we
there's
find
no
any
books
secret
or-
compartments or anything?
No, no one looked for it, but no.
Do I remember what the voice sounded like?
Just deep and raspy.
Okay.
Um,
And there was no visual to go along with that, was there?
No.
Kovek, we should also
Yes?
tell them about the instruments and the demons that were being summoned.
I would love to explain everything, but I'm consistently being interrupted.
Well,
Only because you take too long.
Oh my god.
simple words.
Okay. We went to find Cassandra. I'm sure she has elaborated on what transpired.
Yes, I know the details of Cassandra's involvement. It was after that it's interesting.
I will begin with that. I wish to formally apologize for actions taken that were not becoming of a Xel'nari agent. I will produce the Kalishtar book, put it on the desk, and say in not giving this to Cassandra at the time, I was hoping to read through it more thoroughly, which she definitely would have at this point at least twice, and be able to provide first-hand comprehensive information from it. I didn't realize how long this detour would take, and I sincerely apologize for any diplomatic issues that may have arisen from its absence.
She looks it over for a moment, flicking through it. The dignitaries have left now, but
Bada would know about
I
the
will
book, by the way, because Storm told her about it.
the dignitaries have left, but I will arrange for its return to them. I appreciate you bringing it back. I'm sure they will too.
I am more than willing to incur any financial costs of that arrangement, as I feel responsible for this delay.
Do not be silly. Please continue on. I
Fine.
want to know everything you know about this cult.
We heard that a village was placed under some kind of spell, hence our detour. We encountered a magical harp that had put the village to sleep and fought back its conjurations. Then we heard of a bard called Thimbulfingers who had placed it there. We followed him to Antioch, and though we were able to uncover his instrument creating operation underneath a tavern, he was able to slip away with the help of associates.
Oh, that's where we found Thog.
That was also due to the fact that we got trapped in an alternate plane of existence for a week in the real world.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I forgot about this. We rescued some gnomes that had gone blind and were ensnared by a... Oh, like a cat person like me, but the other one.
I should also note that in this...
At this, she looks over at Storm and goes, "We'll discuss that more later."
I should also note that in this underground instrument manufacturing shop, I fell under the sway of a cursed magic item, which did, to a certain extent, influence my actions for several days. And thanks to that, I'm afraid that ultimately, Thimbulfingers, the person who we were pursuing, did escape. And for that, I also sincerely apologize for such an oversight on my part.
It's okay, Kovek. You didn't know.
And at the same time, for all we know that Thimbulfingers will escape to the end anyway, they did trick us.
Oh.
We thought we had subdued Thimbulfingers, but turns out to be this merchant with the use of a disguise kit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
magic.
I still have his ears.
But
fake ear, not real ear.
yeah, we did track them from Antioch to one town where we found Mug after we dealt with an instrument there that was putting people to sleep. Then from there we traveled to the town called
Dowry.
Dallery, where we managed to catch them and stop them from doing just as they were starting to put the town under some kind of spell. But in doing so, what we thought was his two associates escaped. However, it seems like it was Thimbulfingers himself and an associate that managed to escape, and we were unable to find the trace of their tracks.
And the hero of that battle was Thug.
Yes,
Thug.
Thug had, while we had disappeared into that other plane of existence, tracked them and managed to set up an ambush on the stage which they were bombing in, and thanks to his efforts, was why that one, the one we had prisoner, was able to be subsumed.
Thug chimes in with, "Oh, you'll give too much credit to Thug. But yeah, he did a good job." I was pretty good, wasn't I?
I also believe that thanks to the efforts of the High Priest in Dallery, we were able to discover where Thimbulfingers and their associates was going to end up at some point.
Oh, yeah, that is correct.
Indeed.
They were going to
Where
the
was
oak
this?
place.
Priest of Palor help out in both town.
At the door.
Oh, it's true, yes. They did divinate, scry? Was it a scrying spell? Or divination?
They talk to God, commune.
Yeah, there you go. They communed with the god, and they believe that they were going to end up on
In
Gornak.
Yorkish Empire. Not surprising. Gornak's been known to harbor worshippers before. From everything you tell me, it seems that we are dealing with a cult, though one who is a bit more organized than previous, and it is disturbing. Though, I will say congratulations in order for all you have managed to accomplish. We had received reports of these villagers falling prey and had dispatched members to investigate, but it seems you have done the job for them.
Well, there are possibly other places at risk because we thought we had Thimbulfingers and do not. But also, we have the remnants of the weapon, the instruments, if you wish for us to take them to be investigated.
I pull out a variety of
Really small
splinters
pieces.
from a bag and just like put them on the table.
We destroyed them because it was safer.
A wise decision. We will have a bit more of an investigation into these. But welcome back is in store, obviously. You have done well, and I'm just glad to see you're all safe. But you have dealt them a harsh blow, and I imagine that you've set back their plans for some time. We will interrogate this one and gather whatever information we can glean from him.
We did think it was best to keep him under the influence of very strong alcohol rather than risk him being conscious and trying to escape.
He's a little bit
Hence
drunk.
the state that he is in right now.
Not to worry, we will deal with that. So, is there anything else that I need to know of?
We managed to find some.
Oh, I won some arena fights! Oh, well, technically I got disqualified from the first one, but they let me rematch and I won. Yeah.
I need to have a chat with Halas about some of his higher yield potions.
I will need to.
Halas will be the one who was just to look at those instruments as well if you bring them to him.
I will take point on the magical side of the investigation.
I will need to work in the forge to replace the suit of chainmail that was destroyed when someone cast heat metal.
Oh, yeah.
Thog helped me deal with it by ripping it off, but I was unable to recover the pieces pairs, so I'll have to.
It is
That's
okay.
an easy matter to deal with.
No.
Not concerned.
I'll be working on
And I can finally get rid of this makeshift, pointing at the half plate that at this point probably is actually starting to fall apart, saying it was very touch and go.
Very well. Suppose I should let you know then. Cass has decided that she is... Well, her ideals of what should be done and ours are not aligned. She has gone on her own way.
Where is she?
Oh.
I do not know currently.
She just left?
Indeed.
This is very surprising.
Was she allowed to leave?
Of course. It is her choice whether or not she stays with us.
Mug, for context, Cassandra was at the top of our class for the entirety of our education, and we all assumed she'll be doing great things within this organization.
I still think she will do great things. She is an incredible person, but...
I agree.
I think
She had differences of opinion, and I do not hold it against her, but I will leave the details to her if you come across her path and she wishes to speak of it. It is not mine to speak of.
Okay.
For now, I suggest you all rest up. You've had a long journey, and I wish to hear more stories of it. Less serious ones, more of your exploits and adventures.
Well, These, of course, for the records.
Grandmaster will wish to read over them. If there is another cult, then we will have to deal with it.
Indeed.
Very well.
Oh, can we have our uniforms and badges, please? It was quite a challenge to perform our duties without them.
At that she smiles and I almost completely forgot about them. Of course.
And perhaps maybe we can do an impromptu full induction at some point.
We will
Because
arrange for it to be done so. Your
Thank you.
uniforms waiting for you in your rooms.
Excellent.
We have our own rooms now. I forgot.
Maybe
I'm gonna
you
go
can
jump on
give.
my bed. Sorry.
Maybe you can give Mug a piece of paper saying he helped Xel'nari.
I'm sure something can definitely be arranged, as well as some compensation for you and Thog.
Oh, yes, I will also give the Grandmaster and you a copy of the contract that I have established between Mug and our organization, and his
Both
contract
contracts. Yep.
as well. Both contracts. Just to get an understanding of the obligations that our group have undertaken.
Yeah, look,
Don't-
you're already forming your own cohort. Fantastic.
Don't forget you need to get those gems appraised and transferred so we can divvy up that code as well.
Don't remind me that I have to speak to Brindle.
But you're
You know
best
what's
friends
Stink
with
Brindle?
Brindle.
For some reason, Blindle doesn't appreciate Kovek always requesting magical reagents, maybe because Kovek spends them so quickly. So
You want
him and
Mug speak to them?
I don't know how well Brindle will respond to a non-Xel'nari agent speaking
Kovek,
on their behalf.
Kovek, just give them to me. I'll talk to Blindle. I've
Okay,
always
fine.
been fine with Blindle.
I will,
You know, Blindle
I'll-
likes me. I
well,
always replace what I lose, one
well,
way or another.
do your best to get a good price.
I'm sure Blindle will not want to cheat me.
No. Also, I believe we still have that unusual, those robes from the Catman.
The what?
The robes from the Santa Claus that were the equivalent of the butcher's bib that none of us wanted, and we could also flog for money.
What was it again?
I mean, I could. They'll give that to me, and I'll see if Blindle will
Yes.
take it out for credit or something. Then
I think
give
I
it to
think
the armory.
I think it was like it did the equivalent of a butcher's bib or a butcher's apron or something. It's really good if you're a melee fighter with slashing weapons, but we haven't got any of those.
I mean, I do
Bludgeon,
now. But
bludgeon.
Storm doesn't wear armor.
Indeed.
You find yourselves back at your rooms, ready to finally rest. Thog and Mug are escorted to a guest housing room, which is actually quite nice. They are normally reserved for dignitaries, so it is actually quite nice. In fact, surprisingly enough, better than the rooms of the Xel'nari members themselves.
Well, I mean, understandable. We're just the
But-
agents.
We're one visitor away of getting kicked out to the barn. Someone actually important turns up, we know what's going on.
You're not
Alley.
wrong.
Yep.
Or bunking.
And you're able to rest, finally back from your long adventure, long tour. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight,
Yeah.
as it is getting close to 11.
Oh boy.
Level 5 at
I
last.
And you level up.
Yay!
Shall we do hit points now?
Sure.
At the end of the stream?
Yeah.
What was the rule for hit points again? I don't remember. It's been that long since we
I've just been keeping
level up
average, I think.
3 to 4. Yeah.
Roll with it, but I like that if you roll below average, you can take the average.
Thank
I don't know what
goodness.
my hit dice are. What are they?
D8 for a monk.
D8.
I'm rolling a d6.
D.
Hey, at least it's no longer D4s for wizards.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You should have tried the editions where you didn't get maximum hit points for level 1. They were
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun.
Start with 1 hit point.
Yep, 1 hit point wizard got hit by a spider and died immediately.
Okay.
Alright.
So, D8 for hit points.
I rolled.
So if you roll under average, you take average, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I rolled a 5.
rolled a
So I
3.
yeah, I was gonna say I rolled a 5, so I take the average of 6.
I rolled a 4.
I got a 7 plus 3, which is 10.
Don't forget to add your constitution as well.
Well, it automatically
think I
does it
have
on
a lot.
DNA Beyond. You only need to do your rolled total.
60 hit points.
With D&D Beyond, it's never been easier.
Yeah, it's never been easier. I do love me D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I can attack twice. One turn at last.
I can also attack twice. Ooh, I get stunning strike. Yes.
I get 3rd level spells!
So here's a thought for you. I'm thinking of for Mug taking the sending spell because it's really useful and it means that we can like communicate with people back at base.
That's
Do
probably
you
a good
want
idea.
Mug? Do you want Mug to send your after action reports to headquarters?
If you can do it in concise 25-word
15.
bundles, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, I have taken my 2 spells. I'm just gonna have to juggle what I have prepared.
Has our proficiency modifier gone yet as well?
Yes, it has.
Yay!
Whilst
So
they
Mug
are building their characters, we will say goodnight, and we will see you on Tuesday if you
Yes.
come in for our Stars Without Number campaign with
It's,
Mr. Rory, who is directly below me, who is our Star Master.
it's time for some trauma.
Yay. No.
Oh wow, that's right. I forgot that Rory still has the re-gifted or the stars.
I used them all. I'm done for right now.
Yeah, I am on the reroll.
Yeah.
I have the one
I've
reroll.
used
I was
three
gonna say
recently.
that reroll was gifted by me, so I okay.
Yeah. What
Oh right, because then I can really.
I used that reroll to force Ash's character Lockie and Dr.
It's a
Charles
crash land.
to have to crash land the fighter craft they were flying. Neither one of them are in any way qualified to actually fly a fighter jet, but both thought, "Oh, what's the worst that could happen?"
Yeah, a fighter jet
Well-
with a giant plasma gun
Yes.
strapped underneath of it.
Oh, God.
A gun larger than the fighter jet attached to the bottom of a fighter jet.
No regrets.
So it's the A10 Warthog all over again, but in space.
Yes, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we
Good
need someone to
times.
raid. Let's see who's on my list.
Ash, to make life easier while I'm doing all this tinkering, because it's going to happen, can I roll to inscribe Fireball into my spellbook?
Of course you can.
Because it is just something that I'm definitely going to do.
All right, how do
Oh,
we feel
It's now
about
physically impossible to fail. Yep.
how do we feel about Guitar Hero?
Guitar Hero.
Well, a friend of mine is currently streaming playing Guitar Hero.
That's a good option as any, I think.
Yep,
There we've
and
got...
they've thrown me plenty of raids in the past, so it would be nice to throw them one back in return.
So let's raid!
Yeah, we all cool with that? We all cool with
They
that?
better be burnt through the fire and the
Yes!
flames.
I don't know because they're on mute. So you will have to request that of them then. I think they're doing the campaign.
For Fireball!
Alright, well, if that's the case, make sure you give Shiro all of our love, harass them with affection and follows and raid messages, okay? Alright?
And we will either see you on Tuesday or next Sunday, where we will continue.
Yes!
Yes, indeed, and
Hey,
we're not
guys.
calling you bad things by saying that. We love you.
Bye!
Catch ya.
Bye bye.